Yeah.
Hey,
I know. We 5 minutes.
hey, okay, okay.
No, I'm
Better
sorry.
late than
I
never.
had to get something to eat, and I had to converse with my brother. Already, them the Gremlins is at play. The Gremlins are already at play. What's going on, big brother?
Hey, I'm just up in here, at this where I usually do my musing. Today, I'm up in here modulating, chilling with you. Got a little bit of, what I'm saying, Black Panther knowledge we can bestow upon the masses.
And I appreciate that. And let folks know where I'm coming from with this. When y'all look at me a certain type of way in regards to certain characters, I look at him a certain type of way regarding them same daggone characters. Just because I'm the one talking about it, don't mean I'm the one knowing the most about it. I ain't saying, I'm just saying.
Yeah, yeah. Every day we can add to our repertoire. You know what I'm saying? Every day above ground, every day on the north side of dirt. You're learning something.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Knowledge
sir.
is.
And let me remind people of why we're doing this. We are the Butler family attempting to raise money. We're better now than we were yesterday. Yesterday we were at like 140. Today we are at like 240. So don't believe that nothing helps. No, even a dollar helps. Even a dollar. 100 pennies get you a dollar. $100 get you $100. So I don't want folks thinking, oh no, hey, and prayers help too. Prayers help too. But in the meantime, in between time, we ain't gonna belabor the point. My brother Daryl has a nice topic that he wants to talk about, and I like it. I broached on it today, but this benefits Black Panther fans, old, new, young, future too. Yeah, come get some of this knowledge. Come tell your people, because what you got in the MCU is not the origin of Black Panther. Just
Yeah.
so
It is not.
go ahead, big bro. Go ahead.
Okay. And speaking of his MCU origin, we can touch on that. But I know in the past 10, 15 years, his origin, I wouldn't necessarily say it's changed, but it's been expounded. Well, yeah, it has been changed. It's been changed and expounded upon. Forgive me. I take that back. So if we go all the way back, if I'm not mistaken, we get partial origin in Fantastic Four number 53. And that origin only goes as far as telling us about his motivations. And then we touch a little bit on Black Panther stuff, but we don't really get that deep, in-depth origin. And it isn't until Avengers issue number 87, we get the origin of what he did after T'Chaka passed, and he had a homeboy named Batumba, and Batumba, wanted to be by his side all the time, and but he was low key jealous of him, and T'Challa left, to go on his his pilgrimage to acquire his skills and knowledge and the things that he knew he was going to have to learn to become the Black Panther. Shortly after becoming the Black Panther, well, first of all, he had to defeat a bunch of warriors. He had to go into the mountains and claim the heart-shaped herb in the mountains himself. He had to go get that. Not as the Black Panther, as T'Challa. He had to go get that. Then he got it. He was invigorated with the herb right there at the time. His senses picked up AIM. Wait, AIM was in Wakanda? How is that possible? Their borders are closed, and they're so technologically advanced that nobody should be able to penetrate their borders without detection unless A, they got some help on the inside, or B, which is kind of the same thing, there's a traitor in the midst. And sure enough, come to find out, it's Batumba. What? Your homeboy betrayed you. And long story short, Batumba ends up getting unalive. And that was, a lot of people don't know, was T'Challa's first real adventure as the Black Panther, more or less. We don't get another, well, the origin gets added to. And quote unquote, it was always there, but we never saw it until the 80s, which was the Blessing of Bass. And we didn't get that until, like, I think it was Peter Gillis and Dennis Cohen's 4-issue series, where the Panther Spirit, aka Bass, decides to go buck wild and just start killing up folks all around Africa and claiming it's the Panther that did it. It's the Panther that did it. And folks started losing faith, you know, in the Black Panther, because this other Panther dude is out here offing folks. And T'Challa was supposed to be protecting, you know, protecting. And that's also too where we find out, nah, you ain't just responsible for protecting Wakanda. You responsible for protecting all of Africa. You by yourself, one man, superpower, habit, ain't got no vibrational qualities to it. You just wearing clothes. And takes on the equivalent, I guess, of what you would call a South African Justice League, and make short work of them. I mean, if you ask me, you took care of them in one issue. That shit didn't continue to another issue. That was light work. He like, oh, I'm gonna handle y'all in a couple panels. So, are you telling me that given the right set of tools, T'Challa could take on the Justice League? We're not gonna argue that. We talk about origin. If we move on to origin, Christopher Priest. Christopher Priest injected a lot into the origin story because we got the Dora Milaje. And we come to find out that the Doras, and they had hair back then, mind you. And that we found out they was his bodyguards / wives in waiting. And then we get Malice. She's jealous of Monica Lynn because she's in love with T'Challa. She's so jealous of Monica Lynn, she pushed Monica Lynn out of a plane. I was like, damn, she you pushed your child out of the plane because you wanted to. But anyways, we find out future T'Challa. Well, future, is it future or alternate universe T'Challa? Both.
I thought about that today. I was like, both alternate future and reality.
So whatever he was, he had a much more happy-go-luckier kind of outlook on life than the current Black Panther did. And I think that has something to do with the writer that wrote him, because that's how all of his stories are. The characters, they're kind of static. I mean, when I think Jack Kirby, all I really think about is action. I don't think story. I don't think pathos. I don't think emotional content. I think it's going to be 8 panels on one page and all of them going to be somebody fighting. And that's essentially what you get from Jack Kirby. So I wasn't looking for him to too much tell me nothing during that run. I just want to see Black Panther jumping in the air with his legs wide open, punching people in the face and punching them so hard. You know what I'm saying? You don't even see the face. You just see the like explosive special effect, and his fist don't start until the middle of his wrist. So all of that is up in somebody's face when he punches somebody. I'm like, damn. Jack Kirby, folks, you get punched in Jack Kirby panel, you stay punched. But anywho, after the priest run, we got Hudlin, who did a whole total revamp on the Black Panther origin, and that's when we got Challenge Day. And Challenge Day, it wasn't no particular group of warriors, whereas in his original origin, these warriors was like hand-picked, 10 of the best, like, you got to defeat them. You know what I'm saying? Now it's just like, anybody want to step up, gaming for a piece of the crown. Come on. I'm taking all comers all day. I'm handing out speed knots, lumps, and concussions. And that's basically kind of how it went. Until, well, first, caveat, after T'Chaka passes, his brother takes over as the Black Panther in the interim. And the challenge comes during him in the interim. And T'Challa hits the challenge day in a mask. And with no powers, you know what I'm saying? No heart-shaped herb. So this is what I say also too to people who's like, okay, he ain't gonna get close to T'Challa or blah, 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 or this, that, and the other. All right, it stands to reason that if one Black Panther can be knocked out, all Black Panthers can be knocked out. But we can debate that at another time. This is all about origin. T'Challa knocked out his uncle and earned the right to be the Black Panther in this particular country.
Whoa. You said uncle. What's his uncle name?
Sion.
Oh, well, who was that in Black Panther?
I don't know. Who was that? I mean,
who was that was playing the
I get what you're getting at, but and thank you for bringing that up. When we get, I'm gonna get to that because that don't got nothing to do with it. It's something different. And where is my Huda is in Jobu shirt? I still ain't got that yet.
Man, listen. Once we get past this, bro, you listen. I want to be able to do and do more. I want to get past this. Once I get past this, where I ain't got folks steadily in the pocket, I can sing and do what I'm supposed to. Oh, you're gonna be getting more than that.
Okay, I dig that.
You and everybody be getting more than that. I'll be regulating stuff then.
Okay. Rise of the Black Panther. Okay. Again, we get another tweak in the Black Panther's origin. We find, well, that ain't when we find out. I found out a while ago, but everybody who don't really read Black Panther comic books finds out that Ramonda, Queen Mother Ramonda, is T'Challa's stepmother, not his mother. T'Challa's mother's name is Nyame, and she died giving birth to him. So that's why we don't hear a whole lot about her, but she's the one with the scientific expertise, and that's where he gets that from. So the one thing I thought about in Rise of the Black Panther is with T'Chaka. First, T'Chaka's rocking the habit in Rise of the Black Panther, because like way back in Black Panther number 53, we get this, I don't know if this thing was like in the 40s, 50s, 60s, all that, when they depicted somebody from Africa. I ain't never seen none of them in no clothes. You know what I'm saying? They always had on some ceremonial shit or some loincloths or some furs or something like that. And I'm just like, how you the technologically advanced nation on the earth, and you don't understand the concept of pants. But anyways, he had on the habit, and you could see it was distinctive because T'Chaka's had fur on the shoulder, had like a white lion's mane fur on the shoulders, and so you knew that wasn't T'Challa. That's T'Chaka, and so he got really unceremoniously murked in Fantastic Four 53. All he got to do was say, "I ain't giving you my vibranium," and then got pew-pew. In this one, you know what I'm saying? He jumping around. I'm like, come on now. If Black Panther is a mantle, as y'all like to keep constantly pointing out all the time, then don't understand the reason that the guy he inherited it from is probably a Black Panther too. Yeah. So then he ain't just gonna be getting unceremoniously capped. You know what I mean? So I like that about Rise of Black Panther, where it's like T'Chaka said, "No, you can't have my vibranium, and if you come back, I'm putting boot to ass." And they came back, and he did. You know what I'm saying? And in this version, Claw was drawing down to unalive young T'Challa, and T'Chaka gave his life to save his son. So that's a lot better to me. That's more noble. That's the way Black Panthers go out anyway. They either just get real old or they fall on their sword. That's pretty much the way most Black Panthers end up. I don't know of no Black Panther that his great-great-grandfather is still walking around.
Still walking around. Still walking around. Still walking around. You know, you said
there are tons of spirits and avatars and folks who can be accessed from the Djalia, but you know what I'm saying? Which leads to he needs to have kids. We need some kids that's in a permanent we need 616 kids. You know what I'm saying? We got kids in every other continuity, every other universe, but we ain't got no T'Challa kids in the 616. Which leads me to the origin that just said, F it, we're going to do what we want to do, and we're going to make it how we want to make it because we swear up and down and sideways we read comic books, but it's obvious from what you put on the screen that you don't. 2018 Black Panther movie.
Talk about the origin. Talk about the origin in Legends, Black Panther Legends, the one that has his brother in it. Because that's another of the origin.
Oh, well, we talk about the adoption, of Hunter, and because we were introduced to Hunter in the Priest run, but we didn't really get a whole lot of information about Hunter until Legends. And Legends also expounds on his relationship with Aurora. Because we first see that relationship in or at least the remnants of that relationship in Marvel Team Up number 100. And it's a backup story to the main story. But Hunter is the adopted older brother of T'Challa, and also in that origin version, he's present at the unaliving. So we're adding and building, and expounding upon that story. So that's where it was at in what? 2000, like 20 something, 21, 22, something like that. Okay, so in between that and the region we currently had in 2018, we got the cinematic origin, which in a true Black Panther fans mindset makes no sense. First,
we got to back up to Captain America Civil War first.
I was
go there first.
I was getting ready to. We go back to what's that, 2016?
Yeah.
Okay, 2016, Captain America Civil War. They actually give us
stop. No, wait. We got to go back to Avengers Age of Ultron.
But you know what? You know why I don't really give too much lip service to him about Age of Ultron is because here's the question I ask. How many Wakandans were there in Age of Ultron? I'll wait.
I feel that 0. You know why
so I feel like that all vibranium was in that movie was lip service. All Wakanda was in that movie was lip service.
The reason why, and I don't give it lip service for that reason. I give it lip service for who took Claw's arm. That's a significant part of his origin.
Right.
I don't look. I'm like you. I don't look at the vibranium. I don't check for that.
But we went
Ultron
one deeper.
Did.
But we went one deeper, and we said, cinematically, Claw ain't got shit to do with his origin. You see what I'm saying? We kicked him out for trying to steal some. We kicked him out for trying to steal some, but other than that, he don't got nothing to do with the unaliving of T'Chaka.
No, at all. I felt that was horrific.
Which is the first, like, wow, y'all just went all the way off the plantation with that one. So we got T'Chaka and Helmut Zemo. Okay. All right. Y'all went deep. Wow. Helmut Zemo. No connections to Wakanda. No connections to the Black Panther. No motivation to do anything messed up to the Black Panther, but kill his daddy just to put heat on the Winter Soldier.
That's almost like Captain America and the Red Hulk, ain't it?
I'ma kill your daddy to put pressure on somebody else. Okay, all right. That's really dastardly, but it doesn't drive the plot. At least from what I can see, that don't drive the plot to me. Tell you what, let me get past this origin first, and then we can start dividing and dissecting and discussing the dichotomy of said origin. All right, now.
The floor is yours, sir. Please continue.
His father is unalived. That is the only similarity that origin shares with the rest of them. And he's supposed to be unalive, but he wasn't supposed to be unalive by Helmut Zemo. All right. We have to assume, because there's a lot left out cinematically, that young Prince T'Challa has already undergone the training and studies that he needs to undergo and study before inheriting the mantle of Black Panther and King. But we never see any of that scientific know-how, but we can only speculate. There is a challenge day in the cinematic version of Black Panther, but that challenge day is more, I guess, constructed, more ceremonial, where we got different tribes saying, okay, we all gonna send a representative to challenge, and if our representative win, then we get the throne. So yeah, okay, that works too. I don't really got too much to say about that, but I thought, at least correct me if I'm wrong, Challenge Day occurs at a designated time. When we say challenge, y'all pull up on this day to challenge. You don't just walk in and say, I want to challenge the king. Like
the way we talked about it today.
Killmonger did. We ain't breaking protocol. We ain't breaking protocol because you Wakanda. So wait till next year like everybody else, punk.
So the way we discussed it today, Challenge Day in Black Panther history is problematic because you have the deities at play, and the supreme deity of Wakanda is Bast. Everybody else is a minor god. They're part of the Orisha. So if that's what that is, then, and we've never seen this displayed, then the minor gods want to compete with Bast for leadership of Wakanda. We've never seen that. No, it's always been Bast. So that means the only people who can challenge for leading Wakanda are people from the royal bloodline. Black Panther, T'Challa. That's it.
Right.
Because she said she chose his bloodline, and his bloodline goes all the way back to Moses. Well, then what we you got somebody like M'Baku challenging T'Challa for the throne. Well, that's actually Gekre challenging Bast. We don't have that.
Yeah. I mean, and okay, and I will also even say and add to that lore, Avengers number 62. When T'Challa took the Avengers to Wakanda for the first time, M'Baku was in charge. So maybe in the retelling of his origin, we kind of X that out.
Right. It's almost as if for another, like I said, you looking at it, I'm looking at it too, and I'm like, I want to make it make sense and everything like that. Can M'Baku challenge T'Challa? Can he just say, man, I want to fight you? Yeah. Okay. Can he sit? Can T'Challa, in his absence, place whom he deems worthy on the throne? I believe that to be so. That ain't got nothing to do with challenge day. That's whom you deem worthy, right? But can you be another avatar of another deity that, based on everything we've gotten from the writers, or whether they're older writers, new, the supreme deity in Wakanda is Bast. Well, Bast isn't going to let a representative of another deity sit on the throne. And that person that worships that other deity isn't going to denounce that deity to now worship Bast.
Well, I do you one better than that. Is there any?
Go ahead, come on.
Is there any history prior to or after Avengers number 62 of M'Baku and T'Challa being friends? Not until Ta-Nehisi, right? So it is stand to reason that it makes no sense for M'Baku to be sitting on the throne in Avengers number 62 without somebody being there. You know what I'm saying? Of a friendly name. You're my friend, so I trust you to hold the throne while I'm in New York being an Avenger or whatever. You're my brother. I trust you to hold it. Why M'Baku, of all people? Why would you leave the throne with him? Because when he came back in Avengers number 62, he wasn't shocked or surprised to see M'Baku there. That's who he had left in charge, and he had his little scheming little Iago looking type sidekick with him. Make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? That's where I am with it. Is like there's no precedent for me to leave M'Baku in charge of my kingdom. Is what I'm saying.
Right? No. I think the only thing I have is that we have a story of Queen Honda leaving one of the Doras sitting on the throne with a glamour charm while she went to go explore the world.
Right. A Dora. Okay, that's closer. That's a closer relationship. And before we even had Doras, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking like Avengers 62. I left Wakanda. And let's just get into it. Tales of Suspense. Captain America. You just covered it not too long ago. I'm in charge of Wakanda. Captain America says, hey, you want to be Avenger? Oh, yes, I'm going to go to New York and be an Avenger. I ain't seen nothing whatsoever about an M'Baku in Tales of Suspense. They ain't even mentioned M'Baku in Tales of Suspense. I ain't heard of an M'Baku at all in Tales of Suspense. Avengers 62 roll around, he's sitting on the damn throne. How, Sway? How?
This is what I love. I was talking about it today. I was like, the thing about being a Black Panther fan, and to be able to, it's way too apparent. Too many people come in wherever they at with Black Panther and they never spin the block. And hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me see. We got somebody. I think we got somebody that pulled up. Who didn't pull up in yonder? Who did? Oh, that's me. That's me. I guess that's me. That's me in there twice. But yeah,
you pulled up.
You know, when you go back, you're able to piece stuff together, see what's supposed to work, what's not supposed to work. And to your point, you go back there and you like, if I ain't see him talk to M'Baku. I don't know where this come from. I don't know.
But I'ma leave you with the kingdom. Yeah, I mean, I could see it if you introduce somebody in the continuity somewhere. I mean, like a Taku or you know what I'm saying? One of them cats. You gonna leave him in charge. You know, so I could see that because you got a relationship. Y'all just nowhere. All of a sudden, it's this big ape dude running Wakanda. What?
You know what that is? That's another story that if we want to fill in the blank, we're gonna have to do it.
Yeah, if you want to make that continuity viable, I guess, because later on in the Ta-Nehisi Coates, you know, version with the Intergalactic Empire, that's like his right-hand man. So it's like, okay, I know I get that time alternate, you know, there's a little tweaking and freaking going on. So yeah, but at least you took the time to give an explanation. You didn't just bam, lock somebody down in there and be like, oh, that's his ace right there.
Wasn't he low-key at T'Challa's bachelor party?
I think so. But I mean, he wasn't at the bachelor party like, I'm your main homie getting you in trouble.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't the best man. He wasn't the best man.
There. Right there. So it's like, bro, I ain't leaving my throne with you. What are you talking about? What are we doing here? So yeah. So I mean, the origin has been storied and changed and retcon and re-retcon and re-retcon. So it's like it's still a work in progress to the people at Marvel, because either A, they ain't satisfied with what they put together as an origin over 60 years, or B, they want to go through it and try to make it make sense. Because now that's what you know, M'Baku's relationship with T'Challa now makes a little bit more sense. You know what I'm saying? It's not just, oh, here's this random dude I'm trusting with every damn thing.
No, you're absolutely right. I think that's one of the things that I look at as a Black Panther fan is like wanting it to make sense, and it don't have to not make sense, right? Like you can take the different origins and piece them together. My origin story, which I would say would be the ultimate origin story.
Okay.
It would borrow from what Reginald Huntley gave us in the cartoon, except I would add Hunter. All three siblings and Queen Mother Ramunda would be in the room. You ain't got to go no further than that. That end all that and everything, all the conjecture. You got the Queen Mother, you got Shuri, you got T'Challa, you got Hunter in the room. Bam. You're gonna have to explain where, because it's misplaced anger with Hunter. You was right there. If we're saying T'Challa was 12, you were 15, so you old enough to know what's going on. If we're saying T'Challa was 13, you 16. And if we're gonna go with the origin, well, how they like to say Hunter is 13 years older than T'Challa, well, damn. Okay, well, if T'Challa was 12, you were 25. You surely knew what was going on, but that ain't how he looked in Legends. He looked about 3-4 years older than T'Challa, so he's old enough to have seen, to have understood and processed what transpired. So now we got to look at, why is he mad at his brother?
It doesn't, and which I might point out, you have skillfully illustrated potential scenarios of how that could be seamed up in a sensible way versus just, oh, I need a villain, let's make this guy mad.
Yeah, because we got plenty of T'Challa villains. We T'Challa got a role.
I've been saying for years, they need to bring Solomon Prey back, because Solomon Prey is the right combination of intellect and like physical savagery that he would be able to give T'Challa some kind of challenge. And I'm gonna be honest. I'm tired of Killmonger. I'm tired of Claw. Give me somebody else, please. Can I have somebody else as like a protagonist that's worthy? And it's like Dr. Doom is just like a hoe villain. Dr. Doom is everybody's villain. So it ain't really like Dr. Doom. I get Doom War was cool, but Dr. Doom, how many people don't like Dr. Doom? X-Men, Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, Defenders. Yeah, hell, if Batman was over here in this universe, he wouldn't like Dr. Doom either. So I guess that's everybody's arch foe. So I don't really count Dr. Doom as nobody's foe. He went back in time with Iron Man. So there you go. He's everybody's foe.
It's crazy you say that, because I said, this was the question I asked. Based on what you said, I said, considering the comics, who should be T'Challa's arch nemesis? Claw was one, but Killmonger and Hunter definitely were not available. I had Claw, Akibe, Solomon Prey, and Madam Slay. The majority of the people said they wanted Claw. Number two is Akibe.
Why? The majority of people that said Claw ain't never read no Black Panther comic books and ain't followed Black Panther, because I can name every story that Claw was in that was considered that involved him in the Black Panther, and there's a bunch of them.
I'm gonna blind tag you real quick. Like, I ain't trying to say nothing, I ain't trying to start nothing like that, but a strong argument could be made that Claw is more so of a Fantastic Four villain than a Black Panther villain.
What comic book did he make his premiere in?
That would be the Fantastic Four.
Has he ever attacked the Fantastic Four without the Black Panther being around?
Yep.
More than once? more than once?
Yep.
More than twice?
Yep.
More than 3 times?
Yep.
That's a Fantastic Four villain.
And ain't nobody, we ain't even counting him being a member of the Frightful Four.
I was. I like he was in the Frightful Four. That's the Fantastic Four's enemy.
Like I like talking to you because you don't be wanting to, I don't be wanting to ruffle feathers, you know what I'm saying? And so
right.
I like talking to you and Mr. Smith because I don't mind being wrong. I don't mind being wrong. And so all I can do is learn from you. So it'd be funny when we had these moments, be like, hey, is it us? Or what wasn't that dude in the Frightful Four? Yeah, okay. And you ask the question like, how many times you see the dude pop up in the Fantastic Four without Black Panther? Quite a few.
Yeah. And here, let me do you one better. He was in the Masters of Evil once. So that's not an Avengers foe. He's attacked the Avengers by himself, solo. He's attacked the Avengers with him and Solar, but there you go.
And I think what it is there's not a commitment there to make him a Black Panther villain. Like,
I mean, they've had stories. There's different stories, and he pops up.
Yeah, but it's like he'll pop up, and those words fit perfectly. They'll pop up, but he ain't on no Thon type stuff. He ain't on no Joker type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't on that type of level. Like he ain't looking at T'Challa like, yeah, I want to see you be miserable for the rest of your life. I want to take out your family. He not there. Big got for Reed. Like he ain't got that type of energy for T'Challa. You know what I'm saying?
He's a minor there, so he's a minor villain. That's where I would put Claw. I would put Claw in the minor leagues. Claw. I mean, let's be honest. What's the biggest thing Claw has ever done in comics? What's the Claw storyline?
Mr. Smith pulled up. I think I sent Mr. Smith the link. Now I think I sent Mr. Smith the link. He didn't pull it up. He been in chill for a minute now. Hold on, brother.
Oh, you better pull him out of there. Yeah,
Mr. Smith. Whoa. Mr. Smith, I know I sent you the link.
Was it the link to the last one, or is it the link to this one?
Yeah. No. Let me go take a look, Chip. Look, you know what? Let me go do this right here, yonder. Because I sent him the link. I know I said, you know what? I'm gonna go like this. You know, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I could be. Hold on. Let me see how I do this here. How you do this here? Invite guests. Let me get that. Let me copy that.
Send it to him in an email or something like that. That's how I send it to y'all. Or in a message. Let me give you my Death Star background. Move, dog. You know what? I can do better than that. Yeah, let's do this. I'm gonna have me some fun.
There we go. I'm back, y'all. I went to go extend Mr. Smith that courtesy because he got some customs. We say at the house customs. Mr. Smith got some customs that we all take inspiration from as Black Panther fans and everything like that. So we're gonna see if we can get him on board. He did just do him a custom Cantu. Yeah. Custom Cantu. Yeah. We try to have that in the house. I think I posted. I don't know if y'all saw it. He said, let him get dressed. Okay.
He said, let me get dressed.
Oh Lord, wait a minute. Okay, now my brother gonna have to come back because I don't know what to happen. We done lost my brother. I'm in here. Soon as we see Big Bro come back to the stage, we'll put him on and everything like that. But if y'all didn't get a chance to check out that picture that I posted earlier, where we got the high toots that I say fully strapped up. We got Hunter looking like Hunter, and we got Fleet. Yeah. Fleet. We got that. See that? 3 characters. Ain't name one of them. The only one that came from Hasbro, barely, was the high toots that I say. Yeah. How y'all did not want to finish the drill? That all my dog needed was a black harness, right? And some red goggles. We didn't even need both them pew-pews. We didn't. They could have just gave the pew-pew rifle, the black goggles with the red lenses, and the black harness. That shouldn't have been hard. That shouldn't have been hard. Then my brother go, he is back.
You know what? I did that to myself. I was trying to blank the screen out, and I kicked myself out.
But yeah, so let me ask you a question, big bro.
Yes, sir.
Because I see you went. I think you done went in the room. You chilling in your chill mode and everything like that.
Yeah, I'm there.
Out of your black assortment of Black Panther action figures, right? And when I say Black Panther, I don't mean necessarily T'Challa. Do you have a favorite? And if so, what is it?
Well, you know, I like some of Mezco, Black Panther, because that joint it's got the accessories, and you know what I'm saying, the cloth outfit, the habit is like made actual, you know, cloth material. So I'm really fond of. Hey, what's going on, Mr. Smith?
I got something.
What you got?
What's up, guys?
I here chilling.
What's going on, Mr. Smith? Let me set you up, ladies and gentlemen. So on the stage, what we got here yonder, I know what y'all think of me, and that's all fine, well, and dandy, and that's cool. I feel the same way about these two gentlemen. Want me to show you? Right there. Okay. Come on back. Thank you. I feel the same way about these two gentlemen right here. To get the knowledge that I've gotten from them, comic books, animation, movie, figure. It's why I do not have a problem sharing, because they have warmly bestowed that same thing upon me. We got Mr. Ray Smith, who I want to say, if he ain't got every action figure from Black Panther Wakanda lore, he ain't far from it. What's going on, Mr. Smith? What's going on?
It's funny you say that, because I brought all of them up. So all the customs I did, they're sitting right here. So I was just thinking maybe somebody in the comments could give us a Sinister 6 of Black Panther villains and see if I have them. See if I can make it happen with these action figures.
Ooh.
I'm gonna start with Be Real.
Oh, well, if we talking about a Sinister 6 for T'Challa, I feel like they got to be headed up by Solomon Prey.
Oh, hold on.
He said, "Hold on."
Oh, I gotta do some digging. Hold on.
That's what he said.
He's at the bottom.
Okay.
But in the meantime and in between time, we got our Bast.
Okay. Oh, you got the Bast.
Yeah.
You know, listen, he don't be play pimping.
I got like 100 action figures, it seems like, in here. But go ahead.
Salamander Crew sound like a fun member for the Sinister 6 too.
Malice, not Malice. Nightella says Malice. What's going on, Nightella? Appreciate you showing back up. We in here once again, making it do to try to stay alive.
Which Malice?
Which Malice? Now tell them which one we talking about, OG or Nakia?
Now, see, I might have to
Or
work
Susan
on
Boyle?
Malice.
I'm impartial to the OG myself.
Me too. Uh-oh. What happened to his wing?
Wasn't no romantic inclinations involved. She was
No.
just out to murk people.
She was just crazy.
He said OG Malice.
So
He says he need that OG Malice.
yeah.
Good man, good man.
So this is Solomon Prey.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So,
I like that.
Got it at the house. Got
like
it
that.
at the house. Solomon
like
Prey is
that.
knocked off the list. What
There we
about oh man, what about Baron Macabre?
the food is coming right up. Let me.
What we doing, Hasbro? What we doing, Hasbro? What we doing?
Making good G.I.
Shout out to
Joe
all the
villains. That's about it.
Come on. Shout out to all the all the customizers out there.
There you go. What we looking for?
Baron Macabre.
Where is he?
Uh-oh.
Now I'm fine. I'm a fine. Don't worry. I just got too many. Uh-oh. I might have to go back downstairs. I might have to go back down. Oh wait, no, we don't. Here are all my villains. Theo, where you go?
I'm back.
Good.
I'm back. What's the name of that group? Player. Baby, come back. You can blame it all on me.
Did you say Bear Macabre?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
There we go.
Oh, good one. Good one.
There we go.
Okay. Okay. So, okay. I feel like they need some muscle in that group. Who they got with muscle?
Oh, hold on. He's right here.
Oh, I know you getting ready to pull out.
Jakara.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That works too. Okay.
But I know who you think about though.
Uh-huh. Somebody said Venom.
There we
Tell
go.
him said Venom.
Don't need that.
There you go. There you
Mayonnaise.
go. There you go.
There you go, Theo.
There you
Mayonnaise.
go. There you go. Somebody was asking about M'Baku earlier from the previous live. There you go.
There you go, right there.
Angry,
there he go.
angry stereotype.
We got Lord Carnage.
Okay. Told y'all, man.
You know what I'm gonna wind up doing, Mr. Smith? You know what I'm gonna wind up doing, Mr. Smith?
Who that is?
King Cadaver.
There you go.
King Cadaver. I'm gonna wind up hitting you up, right? When I want to do some stories and everything like that, and I ain't got the necessary action figures, I'm gonna say, Mr. Smith, I need you to take this photo and send it to me.
Okay.
What did you use? What did you use to make that head, Mr. Smith, for King Cadaver?
King Cadaver. Well, it was a bug head sculpt that was on eBay. It had like a ant or something. They had the antennas. I just took the antennas off, and it was already green, and the eyes were white. So I just put the pupils in there, and and then I used Zuko from Avatar as the body, and just painted it.
Listen, Wakanda at the house, and he ain't playing.
No, I mean,
hold on. Do we have a Madam Slay or a Princess Xander?
I do have a Madam Slay, but it's not my favorite. Oh man, her arm just broke. Hold on.
That happens sometimes.
Right.
Because they got them little thin, spindly spaghetti arms.
Yeah, it's hold on.
That's why I had to get me another cheetah, because the cheetah that I had, cheetah had like they were so thin. I was scared to pose them.
Listen,
So
listen. We gonna see what DC looking like. Not DC, but Mattel, because Mattel looking like they investing in theirs and they products.
see, it was
You know what? You know
more
what?
like
Mattel give up a lot
more
on
like
the
this.
articulate. Oh, that's okay. You did Jones. I like the cape.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I'm
true.
gonna tell you when it's gonna work. If Todd McFarlane was to ever drop a princess barter, let me say, yeah. That would definitely be your Princess Xander and everything like that. I'm of
Who
the
you talking? Wait,
mindset
hold on. Who
that
you talking about?
Big Barter. I said Princess Barter. That ain't what I mean. I meant Big Barter. If Todd McFarlane has he dropped a Big Barter?
Not in. I don't think there's a 7-inch Big Barter, but there is, and I think me and Mr. Smith talked about this. Masters of the Universe line. Evil Lynn.
Yes.
With Evil Lynn, and I do you one better. Evil Lynn's head on a Tila body. And
I don't want to belabor
that's
the
less
point.
painting.
From not tell him, he says that's a spot on man 8. He want to know, did you use clay, Mr. Smith, or some add-ons for man 8?
Only thing I really added on was were the beads, but that's a Wendigo body, and the head sculpt was on eBay already, so I had bought the head sculpt, and I had to do a lot of the painting. But yeah, it was a Wendigo body.
He hit me up. I got one.
Yeah. And see, I just go on eBay and start looking for stuff that I can use to customize with. And because like you say, man, I'm not waiting on Hasbro or anybody. Just like we got Venom at the house.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right
now. Venom
here.
at the house. So you know,
you miss Venom, dog. You miss Venom with 2 M's. That Venom.
And then you know the new
Golden Arms.
Golden Arms. See, got him.
You know what I was thinking about? Could you use an Aaron Davis and do that?
You could,
fellas. I just want to let us know there is a 6-inch Mattel DC Universe Classics Big Barter.
Yeah, there is. I got 3 of them.
Really? I gotta get one.
Okay.
Sound like some y'all ain't that far away from having y'all.
But like
Princess
I said, what we was thinking, because I'm saying the big Barters that they have in 6-inch is her in the blue and gold suit.
Okay.
And I've got one where she doesn't have the helmet on, and another one where she does have the helmet on.
Okay.
So we talking about Xander?
I don't know. I was looking more for Xander, like you were talking about with.
Yeah, I'm saying like.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying use Big Barter for Xander because, but I'm looking. The more I look at this action figure, I'm like, I ain't trying to say Xander thick, but she kind of remind me of was it Lash Love? Her and Trick Williams just got married. Lash Lovely, whatever her name is. Yeah, she kind of remind me of that type of.
Got a behemoth, boy. See, Mr. Smith be going ham. Mr. Smith be going ham on them figures like Kimoyo be going ham on them renders. Boy, y'all sick with it. Y'all on it.
And the thing is, it'd be like I don't be wanting to trip because I'm like, I know what you do for a living. You come home and have that energy.
Yep, that wasn't nothing but a paint job.
Nothing but a paint job. This one was the hardest one, D Real. That was real hard right there. That was took a lot of work.
You used the League of Legends.
Yeah, the one that you told me about.
Okay, cool. That looks good.
And put a Emma Frost cape on it.
It looks good, man. Turned out nice.
Yeah,
hold on. Mr. Smith got a question from Now Tell Him.
Okay.
He want to know if you got salamander cruel.
Do I have salamander cruel?
I asked about that earlier. That
got
seems
the
like that'd
shadow
be
tracker.
difficult to do, but
I don't know. You tell me.
salamander cruel?
No, this is who is this?
Yeah, please tell us.
That's what's the dude name? It'll come to me in a minute. No, the salamander crew I don't have yet.
Shadow tracker, G.I. Joe classified.
Well,
Don't stress yourself.
I have that, but I was waiting to try to do the bumps on the body.
Yeah.
You know.
Killmonger.
Yeah.
No, this is
and just maybe get a different head sculpt.
Yeah, this is who is this? This is hey, why am I thinking it'll come to me. It was from the Doctor Strange Mordo. Why am I thinking? Mordo's head sculpt.
Right.
Oh, the
Watch
head.
this for a story.
Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know what you. I know what you're trying to say.
Watch this for a story.
Mhm.
So Salamander Crew gets back on the resurrection altar, right? Because he wants to change how he looks. So he trades in the blisters for a skeletal face. Shadow tracker.
Okay.
Shadow tracker. Shadow tracker.
Now, here's a villain that Be Real will remember from Marvel Team Up. Marvel 2-in-1, sorry.
Oh, that's the Zavimbi.
Vimbi, yep.
Yeah.
That's the Zuvimbi. So
that is the first mention of a Zavimbi, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, so we do a deep cut. Of course, this is my Tosin.
Oh.
You're welcome, Tosin. You welcome, Tosin, because
I like that investment on him.
Yeah.
Did you do that yourself?
Yeah, Tosin, you welcome, because if it wasn't me, he was gonna suffer because of John Ridley.
Yeah, he was. I just got a coat off of eBay, painted it, and did all the white and all that, and did the face and everything. So, like Theo say, man, got it at the house. I don't have to wait for Hasbro to drop anything or Marvel to get out their feelings. What we're trying to do, like we had all the three of us had talked about, was developing our own company. And so I'm just trying to see what I can do as far as, just taking some ideas and see how I can make it come to fruition. And then maybe we can expand on it, because I was listening to one of your videos, Be Real, and you're talking about getting the licensing from some, because they're not doing nothing with Black Panther. They don't value that character. And so the best thing that they could do would be to license him out to us, and then we can write the stories, and then we could promote the action figures. Because I had put in the comments, you guys were talking about who could be a villain, and I said the Mandarin, because right now you have China involved in Africa. And I don't know if you've been paying attention on YouTube, but there's a lot of Chinese over there trying to take over because of all the minerals that's in Africa. So
the uranium,
everything that you need to make cell phones, bombs, everything is right there in Africa. So
let me get this out the way. I apologize, gentlemen. Mr. Smith, I tell him, want to let you know that Tosin is incredible, and also it's safe to say eBay will be your best friend if you're trying to customize. Yes, that is absolutely correct.
Definitely.
And let me just say Instagram as well. So
I got one custom nearby.
Okay, let's see. But what I was talking about with the Mandarin was,
but yes, Mr. Smith, we have been keeping up with what's going on in Africa. And I think that's why I refuse to go along with the whole separation because of the difference in diaspora. When you know where you come from, you don't get caught up in certain conversations and everything like that. I think people that try and separate themselves struggle with their own sense of identity. And I think that's one of the biggest things that I took away from Chadwick Boseman when he was living was learning who he was. You know, it's a lot to be said about when you know who you are as a person.
Yeah, and when you separate,
round two,
you get isolated. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I told Jules Winfield. And he's got his desert.
Say it one more time. Dare you?
They speak English in what? one of your movies, Theo. One of your movies.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. That's what makes it even more funny is the fact we were just talking about him last night.
We finished that.
Okay. Battle Beast.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, I made that off of Age of Apocalypse Sabretooth body.
Oh, okay.
And then they got like my man Nightellum said, they got the kits on eBay with the armor and the mace, and boom, done. And then I just did, and then it painted it.
You can't go wrong.
This is my favorite right here.
Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. That is the one. That is the one.
That's my favorite right there. You know,
I likes that.
I had to send.
Yeah, we all got that at the head.
Yeah, you know, I had to send that to Eve Ewing when she was still writing. But
once
where's Kimoyo? Is he in there? Because this is
not yet. Go ahead, Mr. Smith. Oh, okay, I see you, Mr. Smith.
Oh shit, already. He didn't waste no time. He didn't waste no time.
No.
And none. Okay, I like that.
And then we got Cantu, because I heard Theo talking about Cantu, so I said, you know what? Let me go make a Cantu real quick. So
he said, real quick.
Yeah,
real quick.
So listen,
many colors as Cantu got on his costume.
I know, right?
Yeah, I want to say it was definitely game over when we could go over to Art Man Customs and get the pauldron. That was definitely game over. Like it was like, okay, all right.
Yeah, and I was glad that you talked about that, Theo, because that's what I did, you know. And he gave me a deal because I was like the first one to order it. And so I was like, yeah, I'm about to make this happen. And that's the thing, man, because that's why I love rocking with you guys, because you guys have such great ideas and that entrepreneurial spirit.
Yes, sir. You know?
And so that's what we have to that's what I'm seeing in today's age, that we have to actually go and do, we have to do for ourselves and
come back with Battle Beast. Come back with Battle Beast. Come back. Not tell me to say that again. Come back again. That's Battle Beast. Not tell him. You know, Big Bro been doing the comic book reviews.
Yeah.
Listen, we ain't got to go to Todd McFarlane. We ain't got to wait on Invincible to do nothing. It's at the house.
Yeah, we got him.
And this is the new Casper Cole.
I like that.
Oh yeah.
That's dope.
Where we get the best from?
Off of eBay, I think it's a what's that guy's G.I. Joe? It's not Zartan. What's that other dude? I think one of the Dreadnoughts or something. Oh no, Major Blood, I think.
Oh,
okay. That's nice.
Oh, I didn't even think about it. How that gear comes
it's something
off.
like that. And then I just put I use some tape to put the knife on. I just use a Valaverse knife, but I just put some tape on it.
Y'all see what we doing over here to Rock With Me Nation? Don't act like that. We can't get this nowhere else. You tuning in tonight You getting it right here. You ain't getting it nowhere else. You might get Deadpool
But nah,
somewhere.
he ain't got no cape on him. Now tell him that's just armor and a ponytail. I like that Blue Marvel.
Okay, yeah. Because mine is undersized. I
got tired of the undersized one.
Hey, you know what I just did the other day? I just took the armor off of a Sunman.
Oh, speaking of that,
I'm about to make that into a Blue Marvel because he's about 7 inches.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I did this. I have 2 of them, but this is for right now. This is my Horus.
I like that. What is that headdress?
Oh yeah.
This is from Talon from G.I. Joe, and I broke off some wings from a Thor.
Oh, look at you! I like that.
And so the other Horus I had was like too small, and you're looking at bigger villains.
You know what? I'm looking at doing with that. I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna do it with a gray skull.
Yeah.
Can I give a time?
Because he got dreads.
Yeah.
Can I give a time out real quick?
What's that?
Y'all, they nerding out right now. they nerding out big time right now, and I'm geeking out with them because I'm just soaking up all this knowledge and stuff like that. But this is what it's like when nerds get together. When we talk over there on TikTok about nerds and everything, like we don't know how in the world we got to the point where we talking trash to each other. No. This is a geek out moment. This is a Black Panther centered Black superhero action figure geek out moment. Please geek on in. And while you geeking on in, like I said, every dollar helps. Hit that Cash App, hit that chime, but enjoy the geek out. You're gonna be hard pressed to get it someplace else. Gentlemen, please continue.
And I don't like it, but I got me like before. I had a cloth cape on my Gladiator before they made cloth capes for Gladiator. I'm like, oh, and you could tell that it's my cape and not their cape from the way it's made. See, that's a cape I bought.
Oh yeah.
So, and just put it on a Gladiator. I'm like, what? Oh, where y'all gonna charge me $52 for that? And Death Bird quit. I just put a cape on my Gladiator. Done.
See, this is what I was talking about with the Mandarin, because I have Manai, also known as Midnight.
Oh, Midnight, yeah.
And I know you know D Real, but those who don't, that's a Shang-Chi villain. He was part of Fu Manchu's, elite
experiments.
Yeah, and see, he was actually his origin is really interesting because Fu Manchu sent his goons in to destroy an African village, and Manai was a baby, and he was sitting there. He wasn't crying because he was hurt or anything. He was angry. So Fu Manchu decided to take him in and train him. So he was basically like a brother to Shang-Chi. And that's when Shang-Chi thought his dad was a good guy and not a villain. And so in my universe, I have it, the Mandarin, because we don't have a Fu Manchu action figure, but I use the Mandarin, does the same thing, but it's T'Chaka that actually saves the baby and takes him back to Wakanda.
Oh,
and so he's a younger brother to T'Challa, and he's really devoted to his brother.
Okay,
really devoted to his brother. Like, you can't say 2 words wrong to T'Challa. He about to put hands on you.
See, that's cool. His face ain't scarred up.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
He's just real. He's almost like a
Hey, do you know? You know? He was the first lynching I saw in comics.
See, people don't remember that. They don't know, because I actually have that comic. Matter of fact, I have 2 copies of that comic.
No. I want to ask you a question, Mr. Smith, and you as well, Daryl. Because you just mentioned something about this character's face being scarred up. There is a character currently in Wakanda, Horatio Walters.
Okay.
Understanding how the story unfolded, how we came across Horatio, but with the technology that's available in Wakanda. Does it make sense to either one of y'all in current day that Horatio's face would still be scarred?
No, not with the technology and the advances in science. You got to remember, Wakanda is decades ahead of the West, and see that's what really bothers me. And I know it bothers Be Real too, because he, you know, he's as savvy about this as anybody. When they keep playing down to T'Challa's intellect,
Yeah,
and they don't make him, he's vastly superior to Tony Stark as far as intellect. It's not close, because in order
enemy to the state.
in order for them to be decades ahead of the West, all of that came from T'Challa. People don't realize that. When it was first introduced, T'Challa is the one that made them that technologically advanced. So, and I know you said it countless times, Theo, that Reed Richards considers him a peer. But see, the problem is, and it's always been this case, and that's why T'Challa had become my favorite character, because I remember a time when I grew up, there were no black superheroes. See, I remember that time. I remember when T'Challa first came. And so it's always been where they have always put us beneath them and never allowed us to go higher. That's why it took so long for you to get a black Superman in Marvel. And I had this conversation years ago with this guy on YouTube, as a matter of fact. And I told him who was the first black cosmic superhero. And he was talking about Blue Marvel. I said, no, it was actually Fasto. 1985. But what they did with Fastos was they sidelined him because they made him a pacifist. Because they didn't want a black man with that kind of power out there beating up those who weren't.
And he had a hammer.
Yeah.
I tell you something else. One of the things that, you know, y'all have heard me talk about in regards to T'Challa and how they played around with his origin and his accomplishments in MCU. To your point, Mr. Smith, Tony Stark was around before T'Challa. The Avengers were around before T'Challa. They weren't flying in a Quinjet before T'Challa. Tony Stark was there. It was T'Challa that invented the Quinjet. Tony Stark was around when Sam Wilson was around. Sam Wilson didn't start flying until T'Challa got with Sam Wilson.
Exactly.
Folks like to play footloose and fancy free, even us. To my dismay, we take for granted what they took away from him in the MCU. Absolutely. So much so to the point where people will have common day discussions. Who's smarter, T'Challa or Tony Stark? Tony Stark. Well, canonically speaking, no, it's not.
Right. Well, you also got to think about what they did with that, Theo. Because it troubled me. I'm okay with it, but it troubled me when they first introduced Shuri, because I knew what they were going to do. Because it's always a divide and conquer situation. So in order to negate a lot of his intelligence and a lot of his accomplishments, they gave it to Shuri. And they did so, especially in the MCU. And so if you push back against this, now you're a misogynist or a misogynoir, as they labeled us.
To your point, thank you so much for that. That is why I took that clip from what Reginald Hutland said when he and I spoke on Twitter, what he created Shuri for, because that destroys that narrative of Shuri coming along to replace T'Challa. She was created to go along with T'Challa. So now when you look at that father, that husband, that person that had both son and father, we're now able to take it and flip it, because that's history. Like, that's right there. It can't be disputed. It's pinned right there on my TikTok page. Now we get to go back and look at all those other people who tried to twist.
Yeah.
No, you were the misandrist. You were the one that didn't see any value in the black male. Is the one that created Shorty, and he created her not to replace, but to go along with. Now watch this, Mr. Smith, because you're gonna like this. It's real close to Sunday. Almost as if how somebody did with Adam and Eve. But
Right.
today we want to pick and choose.
Yeah, and so what my thing is, what we have to do is stay true to the character, and true to the essence of why T'Challa was created in the first place. And so what we're doing is we getting too far afield, and we're not staying true to Stan Lee's vision, because and then you have some other guy, I forget who said that was his idea, but anyway, politics, it doesn't matter, but Stan Lee took the credit as far as creating T'Challa. And so when I saw him come along and I saw somebody who looked like me, I was happy. Even though he couldn't stick to walls, and all this other stuff, but he looked like me. And so I was like, I could be him, because back then, and you guys remember, we all grew up around the same time. You would see Tarzan on Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, they put all these Tarzan movies, and you'd be thinking, how in the world is a white man, first of all, not getting tanned, but he's the Lord of the Jungle?
Hey,
as you said earlier, house Sway.
You want me to tell you something about I do you one better?
Go ahead.
Edgar Rice Burroughs,
the
guy who created Tarzan.
Yep.
White supremacist who believed in eugenics.
See? And that answers the question.
That's why you got a white man running around in the jungle in a loincloth and he ain't been ate up by a leopard.
I tell people all the time, and I apologize because I'm like, we were woke at a young age. Like we was looking at stuff and we watch it, but we be like, no,
don't make sense.
If folks would come to school, man, you seen Tarzan? Yeah, I saw it.
Yes.
Hey, Grand Madam in the building.
Hey, Grand Madam.
Yeah, the lovely Grand Madam and my wife, Lisa, just pulled up and everything like that. She probably been in her life, but just not making herself known.
Hey, y'all got y'all package yet? Did he free? Okay. Did you get your package yet?
No, I probably won't go to the office until tomorrow. Not tomorrow, but Monday to see if it's there and everything. The stuff I'm going through, man, I almost had the police called on me at the office.
Well, don't mess around. Don't mess around and leave before you get your package.
Exactly.
Bro, all I did was ask for them to be transparent with the ledger. That's all I did. Well, you can leave right now. I said, you know what, let me go ahead and go. Like I got literally two Karens. The district manager, the regional manager is a Karen, and the who ain't been here for 2 weeks but want to talk at folks as if she's been here for 2 years. The property manager is a Karen.
Yikes.
It's getting, it's already gotten to that point where they feel like they can talk to us any kind of way. And unfortunately for them, a lot of people are in the find out stage that you can't. I'll put it that way, because we've been pushed to our limit. And for the most part, we get along with anybody. Blacks are the most accepting people on the planet. But once you show us who you are, we believe you. And then we adjust accordingly. And so right now, a lot of the people who have been racist towards us, and I don't have to get into it, we all know what's going on in the world today and what's happening with certain communities. That community has always been racist towards us. There's a hierarchy. I learned that in the military. I know you learned it too, D. There's a hierarchy where they put us at the bottom.
Yep.
With the animals.
Yep.
And so this is what I would tell people when I would come across that kind of thought process. I said, so this is what I want you to do. I want you, if you have 2 children, I want you to tell one of your children how great they are every day for their entire life. Tell the other one they're horrible, they're no good, they're never going to amount to anything. Let me see how the experiment goes. Because the one that you tell is horrible is going to start to believe that and it's going to start acting. You know this. You work with this kind of stuff, D.
Mm-hmm.
So when there's power in the tongue. The Bible says life and death is in the tongue. The power of life and death is in the tongue. So what you speak becomes people's reality. And so they start taking it in and they start internalizing it and then they start acting out. So we've never been built up as a community. We have to build ourselves up. And we look around and we the only ones standing with us when there should be every minority on this planet standing with us, because especially in this country, because they have their rights because of us.
Facts.
And so that's why I'm so intrigued about us starting our own company, because I want it to, it's like FUBU, for us, by us. And so when people, want to have Johnny get an action figure, well, Johnny can go get an action figure that looks just like him. Susie don't have to get left out either. No, she can be. We're not misogynists over here. I don't care what you heard. As a matter of fact, Theo, remember this when Valorverse first started, and we were talking about our Valorverse action figures. I say, Theo, you need to get some female action figures. He's like, you know what, Mr. Smith, you're right.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that's the thing, and that's the beauty of it all. And I will say this before I forget. Because I was talking about this over there on our TikTok, and I said, here's the situation when we talk about this thing. And I'm gonna go here. We change the topic, have a little bit of fun and everything. And folks may or may not think it's funny. Barack Obama is not black. The only reason why Barack Obama is black is because half of his lineage do not want to acknowledge him. That's what that is. His daddy is from Kenya. His mama is from America. And she is just as white as the driven snow. That is what that is. So when folks say he's the first black, no, we call him black because we accept it, knowing full well who he is and what he represents. They won't call him white because his mother got with a black man. Here's the funniest thing to me. He graduated magna cum laude. He literally represents the best of two different groups of people. And you have you who ain't graduated magna cum nothing.
Magna cum loudly.
Hey,
very loud.
Your mama and daddy white. You got your nerve to look down. Now let me be facetious for a second. Petty, if you will. I'm finna rub some folks the wrong way. I don't know. That whole chocolate vanilla combination. All right, well, let me do this here. Blake Griffin. Derek Jeter. Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. I know Darren laughing at that one. Patrick Mahomes. It ain't a bad thing when you mix them two together. It ain't horrible. That's a, historically speaking, Thurgood Marshall. Historically speaking, I ain't saying, I'm just saying, I don't know what they mad about. I think when you go so much, because you got to think about me, and as a black man, I don't think about them like that. My woman butt big enough, I ain't got to get with nobody else's woman. I like my music, I ain't got to come listen to your music.
Like breakfast. In the building.
Oh yeah, mine upstairs. That's exactly what I did. That's the exact same thing I did for my breakfast.
Yeah. So, but the thing
we
is,
play chess over here too. I ain't got to come over there where you at.
No,
I don't.
No. Well, see, they playing checkers. Talk about you. We playing chess over here. They playing checkers, and so we always steps ahead.
I don't know why they feel so threatened, because I really want them to know from the bottom of my heart, we not checking for y'all like that.
No, we're not. But see, they've always been checking for us. And if you look at history, you look at Rosewood, you look at Tulsa, there's many more examples of, they actually drowned some towns. They flooded them because they were too affluent. So they always come checking for us. It was the funniest thing, since you mentioned that, Theo. The funny thing to me was when they decided to make their own town this year. Like they wanted to separate. We was like, cool.
It was separated from the get-go.
We're not checking for y'all. So go do you. We just want to be left alone.
Lifetime, it's always been like with me, I want to be around like-minded people.
Right.
Whoever that is, I want to be around like-minded people.
Exactly.
Now, if you don't want to be around me, we're not like-minded people. You know what?
Right.
I'm a nice person. When I go out in the morning time and I speak to somebody walking towards me and everything, I expect you to speak back. If you speak back, if you don't speak back, I don't want you in my area because you're rude.
Right.
You're rude. If you mean mugging somebody when they speak to you, I don't want you in my zip code, let alone my area code, because you're rude.
Right.
Go hang with them other folks. I don't necessarily listen to country music like that, but I'm not opposed to it. But if me listening to rap music has you wanting to call 50, go stay over there. Go stay over there. You're absolutely right. We are some of the most inhabited historic course. Once again, that's world history. We actually sat down and talked to the folks that came over to enslave us. We sat down and had a conversation.
Oh, before I forget, and it just popped up on my head, Mr. Smith. I know you wasn't in the live last night.
No, I wouldn't.
Now I had asked the question. Well, first I had presented. You familiar of who the maker is, right?
Yes.
Okay. How dangerous would an evil T'Challa be?
Oh, you don't. All you have to do is look at the what is that one you can remember? There's a I think it was an annual Black Panther annual where
Black to the Future.
He killed everybody. He had to take out everybody, and you could see it because he had all of the like Batman. He had all of the little trophies right there. There's no limit to what he could do. There's no limit. And see, that's the problem that I have with people that write that character, because he has so much that untapped potential because you don't care about the character. And the problem that I have is, and I put it in the chat before I came in, and you guys were talking about villains and who would be the top villain. I wrote it in the chat. I can't remember which one of you said that they don't have a commitment to Claw. I said they don't have a commitment to T'Challa. I said that's the problem.
No, not at all.
See, you can't expect X amount of numbers per volume that you sell until you build the character up. And a character, my buddy Daryl, God rest his soul, he and I used to have these conversations every week. A hero is only as good as his villains. And so when you look at Spider-Man's Rogues Gallery, you look at Batman's Rogues Gallery, that builds Batman and Spider-Man up. So you can't, and I heard you say it, D, and I'm there with you. Tired of Killmonger. I'm tired of Claw. That's why I put Mandarin. So if you got Mandarin, behind the scenes and making all these machinations, trying to get the resources, not just from Wakanda, but from the surrounding areas in Africa, because it's going to benefit him and what he's trying to do. You can have all kinds of different storylines going on. You can have storylines, to your point about Wilson Fisk, just different ways to attack the same subject, but with a different viewpoint.
Stop doing acts of vengeance. That's what I mean. I'm gonna send you my villain this week, and next week you can get somebody else's villain. No, arch villain is what the crux of what a hero is. You know what I'm saying? Literally, the villain is the antithesis of the hero. And if you ain't got an engaging villain, I make it real simple. Okay, do you remember the 76 run of Nova?
Nova? Yeah, absolutely. I got every issue.
All right. Who was the overreaching villain in his story?
They had the Condor. That's who was supposed to be. Remember?
Right.
But
it ended up being the Sphinx.
Exactly.
Okay. which I'm not opposed to, but when you look at like all 25 issues, which I still own,
me too.
the Sphinx is the most engaging villain in that entire run. So much so he ended up continuing into a Fantastic Four book.
Yep.
Yeah. And I say that to say, if you can do it with Richard Rider and make a villain that survived past his comic, you could have kept that character alive. I mean, sales is sales, but if you can do that with that character, why you can't get T'Challa past 10 issues? Why you can't get him past 15 issues? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Just make an engaging villain that is overreaching to the entire storyline. You know what I'm saying?
Steezle made a good point in the comment section as well. He said that the Mandarin could be T'Challa's Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah, that's why,
because he's centuries old.
I took Eric and Hunter off the tape. You won't be able to refer to them as the villains anymore. One of the reasons why we're tired of them, I like to think, is because their origin stories as villains don't make sense for them to be villains.
That's what I was looking for. I got a Kimoyo around here. I'll find him in a second. But that's why you're right. Hunter's story doesn't make sense. And I know we've talked about this, and I don't know if we ever put this out to the Rock With Me Nation, so I put it out now. And D, you'll remember that Panther's Quest, what was happening? Ramonda was kidnapped. And it says right in the comics, every day she was being sexually assaulted.
Yep.
Every day.
I told somebody.
So you mean to tell me no child was born from that? So my thinking was that should have been Hunter's story. That's who he should have come from.
And maybe they should retcon it.
And that would make sense for him to be a villain, but not a villain in his mind, because he would be like, oh, I got just as much right to the throne as you do. So you could make a story based on that. So that's how I did it in my universe, because to your point, Theo, none of the stuff makes sense. It's just like they're throwing darts at the wall and seeing, okay, if it's close to this one, we'll go this way. If it's close to that one, we'll go that way. They have no direction. It's like the Commodore song. You got no direction, no purpose.
I think the only person that, if I'm giving credit to as far as being writers, anything that we've experienced since the John Ridley run in the primary.
Please don't say his name.
My bad. It's only two really.
Oh, nice.
That I can look at.
Yeah.
Dr. Eve Ewing and Cheryl Lynn Eve.
Yeah.
That's it. I want to give Buddy that did Black Panther Intergalactic some props as well, but I'm like, okay.
I'm trying to find my Akibe.
You gave us Black Panther Intergalactic. It wasn't bad. Did it move the needle? Yeah, you introduced some brand new characters that we can turn into action figures. And Baku got a nice little suit, space suit and everything like that. You gave us his own little army. Good looking.
So we got that 60th anniversary book.
I ain't counting that. I don't count that.
We got Intergalactic.
Jonathan Hickman.
Yeah. And then at the end of the year. So I guess they paid a little bit of attention.
But they're not doing it. They're not doing enough. And you have a flagship character, and what people don't realize is that not a lot of those characters that still have comics, they weren't always top sellers. But they said, and I remember reading this years ago, that no matter what, for example, Captain America, no matter what, there was going to be a Captain America book, no matter what the sales look like.
Period.
And so, because of what he symbolized. So that's the same energy that they should give to T'Challa because of what he symbolizes. He's iconic. And so you need to start slow, build on the mythos that you have already, but build it up. And then to your point, have a Sphinx type villain, have a villain who is so dynamic that it grabs the audience attention immediately, and have a story that is so interwoven that it makes sense. And you want to know how is this going to play out? Who else is involved? How many tentacles are far reaching with this character? How many places does he touch? But they think small. They think black before they think superhero. And that's small-minded. I can't write a black superhero. Write a hero. That just happens to be black.
That part.
And that's the problem.
You know who'd make a great villain?
Who's that?
For T'Challa. And this is a hot take. It's an unpopular opinion. Wakabi. The best villains start off as your friend, right?
Yeah, you can't get betrayed unless it's somebody that's close to you. Only somebody close to you that can betray you. And that makes a good point. That's an excellent idea, D-Ro, now that you think about it, because people don't realize this. And maybe you do, but from the beginning, the way it was intended and the way it was written was Taku was loyal to T'Challa. Wakabi was loyal to the throne.
Right.
And people don't know that. He didn't care who was on the throne. He was just loyal to the throne. Now, they brought that out a little bit in the MCU.
Yeah.
But that's how it was in the comic. Taku, he didn't care. He was like, when you going to give us an heir? That kind of stuff. He was loyal to T'Challa.
Yeah.
That's it. And that's why I loved about that character. And then, like I said before, the writer always meant for him to be gay. It was always, and we picked up on that instantly when we was reading the comic and saw the interaction between him and Horatio. Picked it up. But he couldn't make it blatant because of the censorship back then.
Right.
And so that's why it took so long for it to come out into the public the way that it did. But we knew back then, but I didn't care. I just like the fact that he was loyal to T'Challa and he was his ride or die. Like, I don't care. But that's an excellent point. Wakabi would make one. And see, D, that's an excellent job, because you know why? How is it that every other 6 months T'Challa gets kicked out? There's an uprising.
It's got to be something. But
it has to be somebody close enough to the information to make these things happen.
Now, are we saying that Wakabi is back from the dead?
He should have never been killed.
That part.
Neither should Sion have been killed. That was stupid.
What we saying about Zuri?
That one too.
That
was really bad.
Another useless death.
I got a Zuri character too. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get it. Hold on.
That gray skull.
No, I use somebody else. You know what? You'll know when I show it to you. You'll know what it is. Who I use.
Zuri, son of Badu. Erica. Oh my goodness. That is such
an I'm sitting over here typing down writers of Black Panther. Before time the history coast we had
Okay. That's my Zuri.
Oh, that's
Farouk. Ron Simmons, Farouk.
Yeah, Farouk.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's my Zuri. And we know who that is.
Yes, sir.
This is Mosi from Zeta Girls. And of course, we all had to get the queen.
Yeah.
Yeah, had to.
And
Had to.
back to him, old
Old school
Killmonger,
Killmonger.
old school Killmonger. So
Man.
I got Wakanda at the house, man. I don't know about nobody else. You know, I don't have to beg, borrow, steal. I don't have
Well,
to.
you know, I keep saying this. I keep saying this. Those God, what are the Big Bad Toy Store sells them? Those generic action figures, those generic 6-inch action figures.
Hacks.
Virtuvian hacks,
Mm-hmm.
epic hacks.
Hacks. I got one.
Yeah, man, they got them in male, they got them in female.
I'm about to pick up a female.
Get you like 4 or 5 of them, and you can make whatever you want to make.
Yep.
They got the black head sculpt, you know what I'm saying? And you can change the part on the neck to where you can get whatever head sculpt you want to fit on there to fit. Yeah, it's infinite possibilities.
But see, you're only limited by your imagination.
That part.
And so when I look at the comics and I say, and Theo's always talking about it, so I got to keep up. It's your fault, Theo. Say, well, we got Wakanda at the house. Okay, who don't I have yet? So then I go, into the lab and
there you go.
And try to get it, because we see right now that they're not committed to a Black Panther ongoing comic.
Yeah.
And
if you dig into your bag like you dig into your bag when you're thinking about what we're gonna do with Peter Parker, do that. Dig into your bag like you dig into your bag when you sell it. What we gonna do with Scott Summers? Dig into your bag. Come up. You got a whole mythos. You got a whole plethora of stuff that you could dig off into and say, hey, let's use that cat and make a story. You know what I'm saying? And just like off the top of my head, I can just say 5, 6 random things because I done dug off into the mythos that much. We got unlimited possibilities with a resurrection author.
Unlimited. And the other thing that you got to do is I had talked to Eve Ewing about this when she was writing the book. I said, we still don't know how Cardiac got his vibranium mesh skin.
Still don't to this day.
Now, you mean to tell me T'Challa don't know about that? And he didn't know about it before? He didn't authorize it. He just let it go. Nothing. So we need a flashback story for that.
And my man is literally committing crimes.
So with
vibranium skin, my man is literally committing crimes.
So what we doing with this story, man? You can do flashback stories with Hate Monger, and remember when T'Challa was he was teaching. Remember, he was teaching. So then, but here's something that other people don't remember, D, and I know you will. One of the jobs that Steve Rogers had, besides being an artist, he was a policeman. He was a policeman.
Yep. He's a cop.
So now you have a story where you could have Black Panther as a teacher, Steve Rogers as a policeman.
Yep.
Watch this. And now you're having all of these hate crimes going on. We find out it's the hate monger at the end, but then it can involve Luke Cage, Sam Wilson, Misty Knight. Street level crimes and heroes. You can even have Daredevil. Because Daredevil and T'Challa are very close.
Yeah, they're buds.
Yes, sir.
All excellent points. And that's my motivation for fan fiction.
Mm-hmm.
You're all giving great points and great stories. They're never going to happen.
No.
Like, we can ask him because we've been asking for since we've been knowing each other, since I've been knowing Daryl, since we've been knowing you, Mr. Smith. They could do this. When are they going to do that? When are they going to do that? They're not going to do it because they don't care to do it. And I've just come to the realization, having the action figures at home allows you versatility. I was just saying to you earlier, Mr. Smith, when I want to do a scene and it involves a particular action figure, I just need to call you and say, Mr. Smith, can you create this scene for me?
Yeah.
And go with it from there. Because we want those stories told. We would read those stories because we care about those stories. Well, then who else best to tell those stories? I like the fact that, and it ain't me necessarily tooting my own horn, but low key it is. I ain't gotta ask how T'Challa got back on the throne. I do. That's not a question. That's no long. When I read folks on social media talking about that how he got back on the throne, it don't make no sense. That I don't know how you don't know how he got back on the throne. There's some folks over here know how he got. Now, whether or not you accept that as canon, because it's fan fiction, is something totally different. But you accepted something else as canon. That was fan fiction. So my thing is there's nobody else. You, myself, Daryl, be asking ourselves them questions till the cows come home. They won't get answered because the people that will answer the questions are the same ones asking them.
Yeah, we just have to do it ourselves. Like you say, we have to do it ourselves, and I have no problem with that. And just I had the storyline about the monarchs. You have T'Challa, you have Namor, you have Dr. Doom, you have Black Bolt, you have Thor, Odin's son. And here's one people forget. Before she was queen of Morocco, she was queen of the Morlocks, Storm. So you can have a whole storyline of
been queen a couple of times
of interlocking stories with these monarchs, who try to do things, and it never. And we talked about this deal. It doesn't make sense why they really went so hard to make Namor and T'Challa enemies. I understand from Defenders issue 84 when they were arguing in 85. They were arguing over the island. Yeah, and it was a misunderstanding.
Yeah,
but that should have squashed it. That's been it.
Yeah,
I mean, it was stupid.
I like what you said and you suggested in the past, and it would play right into what that dude wrote unknowingly. Is that Namor and T'Challa have always been allies.
Yep.
Now it would be one of those things where we would have to say it was a psychic projection for what happened in Wakanda during when Namor flooded it. It was a psychic projection. That's not what happened. Because Namor had the Phoenix Force, and you could write that and everything like that. But to your point, soon as you know that Gil and the Honda were in a relationship, you got to explain how the relationship between both kingdoms dissolved.
And they can't. And see, that's the problem. See, if you don't know your history, you don't know where you're going. Right. And so you start taking these detours because it seems right. The Bible says there's a way that seems right to a man, but the end thereof is destruction. So they think they're going right, but they've just destroyed the character and the character development of two totally viable characters.
Let me ask you a question, because I'm thinking here. I could be wrong. Didn't Namor and Azuri team up at one point?
I don't remember. I have to ask D about that.
Hold on. I'm gonna ask AI.
There you go. There you go. Well, I try to find my Akibe. Where did I put my Akibe? That's one of my That is. I might have left him downstairs. Cause I think I did. I think he's
like, man, y'all talking Black Panther like that? Yeah. Namor and Azuri, and Namor and Azuri the Wise never officially teamed up as allies.
Okay. I didn't think so, but I wasn't sure. I thought maybe it might have been something I missed.
They were bitter rivals instead. They were bitter rivals instead.
Right. Namor and Azuri. But we were just basically talking about how it makes no sense for Namor and T'Challa to be enemies. And I had come up with the idea, and I had talked to Theo about it a while ago about how how calculating T'Challa is, and he would have gone to Namor and said, "Hey, we got to make it seem like we at odds because you can get information from Dr. Doom." Because you remember Marvel supervillains team up. Remember that book?
Of course. Yep. Yeah.
and you had Namor
I had
and
the whole
Dr.
run.
Doom. Well, see, I didn't have the whole run, but
Yeah.
you remember they were teaming up. So
he forced him to team up with him.
Right. And so you could use that as a way for T'Challa to be getting information. He and Namor are secret allies. So Namor is only pretending to be a villain. So there's so many ways that you can write these stories and make them better and make them make sense. Because a lot of it's hard to reconcile. Even I was listening to you because I was really I was in the comments. I was just listening to you when you and Theo first came on. I was in, and I was listening to you list the origin. Right. You were doing but it's some of it is hard to reconcile because you were talking about Challenge Day. When did that happen? And so here's the problem. Here's also the problem that people are not thinking about. And Theo's brought it up before, but in order to be on the throne, you get the heart-shaped herb. If you're not a member of the royal family, that ain't gonna work out well for you.
Mm-mm.
So it's really, to me, that Challenge Day, the way that they retconned it never made sense to me. It just never made sense that anybody could just pop up.
Anybody can run up.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense because it's always been, if you go and it's listed, the Black Panther has always been a member of the royal family.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's never been someone outside of the royal family that's been a Black Panther.
That part.
So anybody running up to become a Black Panther if they win.
Yeah, exactly. So if it's always been that way.
Right. So it doesn't, so you can't reconcile it. So that doesn't work for me. So when I first saw Hutland do that, when I picked up his run, I was like, that don't work. I know what you're trying to do, but it doesn't work because of history. Stay connected because you don't want to disconnect too much from history. Because now you got to explain it.
Right.
And so it's just some things that don't feel right, that don't work for me. But I know the three of us write a story like that and it makes sense to everybody. And it was sale.
Yeah. And the biggest problem I got, Mr. Smith, is, or one of the biggest problems, everybody else's origin story is definitive.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. There is a B, and a C to Spider-Man's origin that never changes. There is a B, and a C to Batman's origin that never changes. There is a B, and a C to Captain America's origin that never changes. What's the A, the B, and the C in the Black Panther's origin that never changes?
It goes A to Z to V to Q to T.
Me and you talked about it earlier, including from Black Panther Legends. Here's the origin story, because I remember I had to do this, and they actually changed it. They actually changed it because they initially had Mamadou Fall being a member of the Jabari tribe. They had wrote that, and I was like, no, the hell he not. He can't be. He paid to somebody else. No, you can say he the younger brother of M. Telly. But we not M. Telly, but was it M. Telly? No, Zentra. You can say he the younger brother of Zentra, but no, he got to be in the royal family. He ain't coming from no damn Jabari tribe doing nothing.
Nope.
They went back and changed it by the time we get to Karama Horn's book, right? And so, keeping that same logic, Queen Nahanda never lost. She just yielded. She never lost. So why would we have Sion lose to T'Challa? He ain't finna lose. He would just yield. That's that story right there. And that's part of that story. And if we back up further, the three folks that was in the room, or the four folks that was in the room when T'Chaka got deleted, were the Queen Mother Ramonda, Shorty, Hunter, and T'Challa. That way we got everybody in the room present. We got the royal family. We ain't got to sit up here and try and, you know, not that there was anything wrong with your story. That's not what I'm
I understand. I know
I
saying.
was stating earlier that now it explains, you know, there's a 3-year, 4-year difference between T'Challa and Hunter at the most. But now Hunter would be suffering from PTSD. That's what that is. We get him fixed. Now him, T'Challa, and Shuri are both looking for Claw. And I know you mad about, you know, we don't want to keep using Claw. That's because I get it.
But you want closure to that story, though. That's the point. That you want closure to the story, and that's exactly.
Yeah. I definitely, like, I got a story coming up where they going after Claw. Low key, that is the story that just took place. What Eric realized and because all great villains come back, Dr. Doom, Joker, Lex Luthor. You don't keep them going definitively, like.
No.
So the way the story plays out, they got Claw. We won't be hearing from him again because I'm tired of him too. I'm tired of him too. You got him. Maybe we'll spin the block on Wilson Fisk. Go get some other characters, if I'm not mistaken. Mr. Smith has a what's my brother name? Moses Magnum action figure. Yeah, we can bring him on board.
There you go. Theo. There you go.
I can get.
I used
Hypno Hustler.
I used the Farouk head for Moses Magnum.
Okay. This is from that new.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's dope.
We geeking out, y'all. We geeking out. We trying to tell y'all.
Like I said, I just, it took me about a week or so to do all of those new characters that came out in that book. I was like, okay. I just put it together. No problem. Y'all not gonna give them to me, so I'll just make them myself.
There's a certain freedom to not having to wait for it. And I'm gonna keep up with these notes with Steezle and not tell them because they've been real patient hanging in here with us and everything. Let me get back. Marvel had Acts of Vengeance, DC had Forever Evil, different villain stories every week. Facts, just write a hero that's coming from not tell them. That's what Jack Kirby did, and T'Challa was all over the place on many adventures. He was.
Yeah.
Steezle says social media sucks. LOL. Like 90% of folks don't know what they're talking about. Absolutely.
They don't.
Steezle says, I thought Hutland should have explained where Shooty came from without a straight retcon, in my opinion. Like a 1 to 3 issue story is kind of jarring coming off a Priest run going into that. I will tell you what Mr. Ray Smith has suggested, Steezle, and he changed it to a degree this evening. His suggestion was, which I can't even say I disagree with it because I don't. Shuri is actually a product of Queen Mother Ramunda and the dude that was messing with her every day.
Yeah.
That's not that's Antoine Pretorius's daughter.
Yeah.
That's not T'Challa's daughter because it don't make sense. Mr. Smith said that, and I was like, ooh.
You had a kid, you had her and you got kidnapped when she was a little baby.
This is who I use for that. Anton Pretorius. Off of Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones.
Yep. So I guess to your point, yeah, Theo, that was the other story I had. So you can do it that way. Where you have Shuri being a product of that union. So there's so many different ways you can explain it because it doesn't make sense the way that they did it because it's a bad retcon.
Think about the dynamic and the nuances of that. If we say that's the story, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm more and more every day leaning that direction. You would have the siblings, Hunter, who's adopted, T'Challa, whose mother is Inyami and T'Chaka, Shuri, whose mother is the Queen Mother Ramunda and Anton Pretorius. There are so many nuances there that you could just take and make other threads to other stories. That's crazy. You could. Who says Hunter's parents have to be dead? Peter's parents came back. Who says Anton Pretorius has to be dead? How does that play in regards to a relationship between Ramunda and him? How does Shuri respond? How does T'Challa react to all of this? If and when it plays out, like there are so many ways you can go when you just say, you know what, we're not gonna overcook the grits. We ain't got to.
Not at all.
We'll do this. This will make the Black Panther fans might not like it, but it makes sense. No, we don't want Shuri to be the child of the Queen Mother Ramunda and Anton Pretorius. But if it makes sense from a literary standpoint, then it makes sense.
Because people forget that storyline where he was actually sexually abusing her every day. That's what the story says. I didn't make that up. I didn't write it.
They didn't forget. They didn't forget Mr. Smith. They Don McGregor.
Yeah, so if you have that storyline, it has to be a payoff, because you can't tell me that someone who's doing that every day, that union doesn't produce a child. You got too many story. You got too many times at the plate. Not to get hit.
Know the story. That's what I've realized, and Steezle has been he makes it known. Like when he says it, it's like you hear it, be like, nah, it's got to be something else. They don't know. Like they came in, too many people came in doing Avengers Assemble.
Yes.
And Steezle stated this perfectly. You had a lot of people, their experience with the superheroes comes from either TV, animation, or the movie. And they don't do anything in regards to the comic books.
No.
If they do read the comic books, they read the comic books from the time the hero became popular to them going forward. They never go backwards. So
nope.
You don't hear, that's why they never say who wore the mantle. You got to go find that out. And that ain't necessarily common knowledge in the comic books. You know, and so when you talk about the Anton Pretorius, you have quite a few people that swear they Black Panther fans
don't
tell
know
you up and down the Queen Mother Ramunda was T'Challa's mom. No, she wasn't.
Nope.
No, she wasn't. And we'll argue with you. So if they don't know that, they clearly don't know anything about Anton Pretorius. I could probably say Anton Pretorius on a live on TikTok, and I'd be like, who? So I don't
say
want to
Andres
say
they won't know.
Yeah, I don't want to say they forgot. I'm gonna say they are they are more than happy to be blissfully ignorant and willfully stupid when it comes to previous Black Panther stories. That's what I'm gonna say. But they will be more than happy to tell folks that's their favorite character.
And that's the whole reason. That's the whole reason why people have to be pointed back to the literature. People have to be pointed back to the canon, because there's a lot of people out here abiding and existing under the pretense that watching a movie gives you omniscience in all things Black Panther, because none of the stuff, like when you sit down and you really like have conversations with them, a lot of what they say is based on
MCU
speculation. Because I'm like, okay, you got a movies, and you might have what? Maybe an hour 15 minutes, an actual T'Challa on screen doing things type footage. That's what you basing all your knowledge on, a character that been around 60 years.
And they believe they're a subject matter expert off of a couple of movies. Just like the guy that wanted to debate me, and I had invited him to come to your lives so we could have the debate, and Theo wanted to debate him too, and he chickened out. You think you're a subject matter expert trying to tell me that Wolverine could beat T'Challa in what universe?
Here's what I'm gonna tell you.
I mean, can I real quick?
Go ahead.
The first time Wolverine and the Black Panther fought was in Contest of Champions. Issue number 3. And the outcome of that fight was undecided.
Yep. They got interrupted. But here's the problem. he had made points that, oh, Wolverine is faster. I said, in what universe? Even in the animal world, a Wolverine is not as fast as a panther. That's just basic nature. If you don't know that, then we can't have a conversation. And then he had said he had put in his video, I didn't watch his video, that somehow Wolverine would know when T'Challa was teleporting and would know where he was. He don't have spider sense. How was he going?
I had a guy.
First of all, he doesn't know how to do that with Kurt Wagner. How would he know how to do it with T'Challa?
Who leaves a scent behind, by the way. I had a guy come on. I had a guy come on the TikTok. If Kimoyo was here, he'd be able to attest to it. It was yesterday. And the dude was like, Wolverine could beat, it was either yesterday or Thursday. Wolverine could beat T'Challa. I said, so you want to do this right here, right now? He said, yeah. I said, are you sure? I said, yeah. I said, okay, let me get your guy out the way real quick. I said, you talking about dudes about like 5'3"? Probably weigh about like 500 pounds, something like that, because his skeleton is
300
adamantium. Yeah, I'm giving him some leeway. I'm giving him some leeway. I said, it's super senses, can smell you coming and going and everything like that. I like that. Got that super duper healing factor. Yeah. But it done been down to hell and be back. I said, I like it. I like what you got going on and everything. I said, I ain't mad at that. Got that berserker fury, berserker rage thing. He just get to cutting up and everything like that. He said, yeah. I said, him. That's who you talking about? I said, yeah. Did I miss anything? No. Okay, cool. I say, so he's going up against a dude who just off the rip got the spirit of Bashinga. That messes with your spirituality, and we know Logan is conflicted when it comes to his spirituality. He gonna feel that. Then we got the dude who's hurling the vibranium daggers at you. That's crazy. Could dude hit you with that, you just gonna start vibrating all over the damn place. All right. Then he's the king of the dead. So this dude is gonna not just summon former Black Panthers, but anybody that's been dead, including mutants, and tell them to just beat your back. Okay, all right. Then you got the dude who can breathe underwater, and Logan can't breathe underwater, let alone swim underwater. This dude can. This dude can, yeah. And this dude, it can also discharge electricity. I didn't write it. I didn't create that. He could teleport. Damn. He could turn invisible. Lord Jesus, have mercy. And whenever he chooses to flex his claws, they consist of a metal called antimetal that breaks down all other known metals on a molecular level.
This stops the argument right here, because he didn't
argue, Mr. Smith. Everybody else shut him down. What Dara had been wanting us to have, well, folks just go along with what we said, because that's what that is. Oh no, he had everybody else shut him down. I ain't have to say nothing else.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. This is how I get people. I said, well, you do realize that there's no limitation to how far T'Challa can teleport, right? Let's just understand that there's no limitation to how far he can teleport. All you got to do is go take Logan to the Marianas Trench, drop him, and teleport back.
That's it.
That's the deepest part on the earth. He can't swim. So he's gonna die, come back, die again, come back, die again. Or if he decides that he wants to fight him, to your point, he unsheaths his claws. He's slower than T'Challa. T'Challa just cuts his claws right off. He can just cut his claws right off. He has no other offensive weapons but his claws. What are you gonna do? Bite him?
Might try.
Try that.
And his teeth are gonna break.
One got your balls coated.
Can
we talk about that for a second?
It makes no sense.
In that Avengers run, because it ain't never been retconned, and we don't talk about it. Wolverine was like, "What do you do if I ram these claws down your throat?" And T'Challa revealed to him, he said, "You ain't the only one got metal on your bones." Am I missing something?
Oh, my man T'Challa had vibranium fronts.
So, and that ain't been retconned, like that ain't been taken away. That ain't been taken away. I don't want to act like that. Now, come on now. Like
see, the other thing is people don't give T'Challa credit for, and you've mentioned this before, Theo, is how strong he is. because we gotta remember what he did in which one was it? Was it issue? I think it was issue 9. Jungle Action issue 9, 8 or 9, when he bulldogged that rhinoceros. He didn't have his vibranium habit on.
Hey,
He did not have his vibranium habit on. That was just his regular cloth habit that he had on. So that was his regular strength that he had. Now, I looked up how that is possible. This is funny. It said, so when I looked up, I said, how is it possible for a human to bulldog a rhinoceros? And AI said, no, it's impossible. Not even at peak level human strength can a human bulldog a rhinoceros. I said, so how many humans would it take? How many? It said over 175 after the rhino got tired. So T'Challa he's superhuman when it comes to strength, but they don't want to tell you that.
And two, he did the same thing with a crocodile.
Mm-hmm.
And not telling
the second time he tackled a rhinoceros in the Peter Gillis run, he broke its neck.
Yes.
Yep.
So that's somebody who is superhuman. But again, it goes back to they don't want to give black men their just due. They want to make us. We can't be better than Spider-Man. We can't be better than that's our number one guy. We can't be better than Logan. No, that's me. I'm Logan. When I see myself I'm Logan. So there's no way, dude.
What I was gonna say, fellas, is you're absolutely right. This is the problem when it comes to comic books, superheroes, if you will. And some of us have actually added to that problem. Is the expectation isn't that we know. Even from our own community, the expectation isn't that we know. I've had this, what I felt like I've had to say on more than one occasion on Twitter. Don't pay attention to my hair. Don't look at my skin complexion. Act as if I got blonde hair and blue eyes, and I say that'll tell you everything you need to know. I don't call myself a blurred. I call myself a nerd. So whatever expectation you would have of that person, you need to have the same expectation of me, or you're going to embarrass yourself. So I think what it is folks don't expect us to know, especially those of us with gray in our hair. Even our own community does not expect us to know. I'm only mentioning his name because he swears like he knows more than we do. Jason Penumbra. Older people aren't subject to know more. So you just gonna devalue older black comic book fans because to push your narrative.
Wait, hold up. First,
I was reading comics before he was born.
Hold on. Who is Jason Penumbra?
DC So White.
He said he know more about Black Panther than us.
Bro, when I was talking to him, this is on Twitter because I want to make sure I frame this right. He was trying to say the reason Sam going back to being Falcon would be a demotion. And I was like, there are some people who never wanted Sam to be Captain America. Like that is what that is. I was trying to explain to him that it's always been bad writing, regardless of whether Sam was Captain America or Falcon. And we're not going to feel obligated to buy comics of his just because he's a black character. The white folks don't feel that way. And so he was trying to say that wasn't the case. I said, it's almost as if you disparage what an older person is telling you. Well, older people aren't always subject to know what they're talking about. I'm like, yeah, you're definitely devaluing what an older comic book fan is telling you. And that's the disconnect part. I believe it to be in regards to what our black comic book characters are going through in the current slate of black comic book fans, because they really don't know. And it's not enough of us baby boomer generation that's doing what me and Daryl are doing. And you got more than enough younger that are selling out.
Yeah.
I made a point today. There's no way in the world you know what was going on in a comic book if you was in your 40s. Anything that happened in 1983, you don't know it. You wasn't born yet.
Mm-hmm.
That storm
you
run,
could go back
and I know it may be
read it.
represent.
You could go back
Hold
and
on, Darren,
read
watch
it.
this.
You could go back and read it, but here's the thing.
Hold on, Darren, wait, before I forget. It was specifically catered to what Mr. Smith was saying in regards to the Storm Black Panther relationship. It's in a Marvel comic book from 1980 when folks talk about it was never done organically. No, it's sitting right there in 1980. Now, you might not have known it because you were born in 1980. You might not have known it because you were born, because my oldest daughter, who is just about turning 32 this year, right? And that would be the social media influencers by and large that's taking up the comic book space. But she wasn't born till 94.
Right.
So if you not old enough, you don't know that story. And you was literally black running your mouth on social media about what these characters shouldn't be when it's a comic sitting right there. Probably predates when you were born, but you're still gonna run your mouth like you know better. My fault, Daryl. Go ahead, big dog. I wanted to get that out for you.
Yeah, what I was gonna say was, even if you go back and read pre-1983 T'Challa lore, it's not gonna hit the same. And what I mean by that is, and Mr. Smith can speak to this. Collecting and reading the Avengers Defenders War.
Oh boy.
In 1972.
Yeah.
It's a lot different
than
picking up the trade paperback in 2026.
Yes. Because
you don't understand the magnitude of that crossover at that time. You don't understand the importance. You don't understand what those characters were doing in their respective books, in their respective, storylines in 1972. What was Luke Cage like in 1972?
Right.
Not like what he's like in 2026. You see what I'm saying? So, and then the Defenders ain't even the Defenders no more. You see what I'm saying? So it's like it hits different because from a cultural standpoint, you were there. You know what I'm saying? You were experiencing it in real time. And a lot of what these young people want to do is they want to try to have the clout without the experience.
Yeah, and see, they don't know what Black Knight, who he really was. They don't know like his importance to both teams.
Right.
And
that kind of stuff.
And why that was such a big deal, why they would be fighting over it. Oh, this guy's a statue. What's the problem? But you don't know the history of the Black Knight and his ties to the Avengers, so you don't get that. So, and you don't have that sense of anticipation waiting a whole month for the next issue. You have to wait to go to the store, and you take your 20 cents and 25 cents, you put it up there, and you get home and you just take your time and you read it, man. You just read it, and you just engross yourself into that storyline, and you pick out whichever one is your favorite character, but you engross yourself in it. And it's like, man, and you pick sides. You're an Avenger fan or you're a Defender fan. Did you want Silver Surfer to beat Vision and Scarlet Witch, or whose side are you on? It's almost like Civil War. Whose side are you on? And so it was so amazing. You want to say something?
We have to look at it for what it is. I think what it is it's definitely a generational thing. When you say that, you bought the comic book, you couldn't wait to get home, you read it and probably read it again and read it again and read it again beforehand.
At least 3 times.
At least.
Yeah. And we take our time. You marinate in it and everything like that.
Oh, absolutely.
I think when you look at, especially when considering what me and Daryl are doing right now and how we're having to adjust, the short attention span is a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
The short attention span is a real thing. And I don't know that many people that want to read today as much as they want to watch.
Mm-hmm.
You know, have somebody tell them something. And
Yeah.
so with that being what that is, there's also not the, whether we talking about, you know, politics or sports, whatever, there's also not that desire to actually know what you're talking about.
No.
When it's an easy thing to do, because it's all about who you know at the end of the day and how you come across. It's not necessarily it's not necessarily about your knowledge. There have been a lot of people that have lied and said they are fans of Black superheroes when they don't know their origin stories, right? So what you lying for? There are a lot of people that say they are Black Panther fans, but will say it's just a mantle. Said no Black Panther fan ever. Right? Said no Black Panther fan ever. But they will argue with you and swear you, as someone who's old enough to be their grandfather, grandparent, parent, with a comic book collection that's probably either the same size as theirs or more significant, and merch to go along with everything else, they will swear up and down you don't know which. Here's where I'm going with this, long story short. Them swearing they know and not knowing is why our Black superheroes are having a problem they're having right now.
Absolutely. And not wanting to know. They don't want to know. To your point, they just want to be told.
If the editors know the fan base don't know what the hell they talking about, they can give you whatever the hell they want to give you. They do whatever. Exactly what they've been doing.
Right. And that's the problem with the Black Panther. They have been, and I promised myself I would not bring this guy up, so I'll hint around him, JR. How they allowed him, how they got past the editor, how that story got past, how he pitched the story, and they said, okay, let's run with that, is beyond laughable. Because he's taken an L in every comic book. Now let's think about this. This man has beaten and put hands on Kraven, who put Spider-Man under the ground. And T'Challa didn't have any enhancements in him. He just had him.
Hold on. You ready? This is self-edit for the Rock With Me Nation. He was still carrying around the blessings of Sekhmet as the Panther, but those abilities are not to be confused with the blessings of Bash. Carry on, Mr. Smith.
Right. So he is just regular, and he just put hands on him and was handling him. And then, of course, Storm wanted to show up because she was missing her man and all this. But my point is,
did she save him or did he save her in that comic?
Oh no, he was a damsel in distress. Did you remember that part?
I don't want to hear that no more from no Storm fan, because Storm fans like to bump their damn gums about T'Challa and Aurora.
Because they're ignorant.
She showed up in his comic book saving him. So shut up with that nonsense.
Yeah, but they're ignorant because they have to push a narrative. Somebody told them that, and so then they ran with it as if it's the gospel. They never read it. I guarantee you, 99.9% of the people who say that never read that story. Because if you did, you wouldn't say that. It's right there. And so when I hear people talk about Black Panther, I say, do you have that issue? I say, because I can go get it right now.
Have you read it?
It's why the events between T'Challa and Aurora in Avengers versus X-Men
makes no sense.
Make sense. Not when you're coming off the David List run, and then you're coming off those two issues from Fantastic Four.
Watch this. It makes sense only because they had an agenda. That's the only way that story makes sense. The agenda was to break them up because the fanboys who see themselves as Logan, that's their avatar, wanted them two together. And if you can go back to the X-Men, the animated series. In the future, they had Logan and Storm together on that series. Now, I'm not talking about the 97 one. I'm talking about the one that came out, the original X-Men animated series.
The fake Age of Apocalypse.
Right. So they had them together and all because that's who they see themselves as. And so there's no way a black man can have her. Oh no, she's ours. Well, no. I'm sorry, she's a character. And it makes more sense for her to be with T'Challa than a runt who smells like a dog, who's hundreds of years old, and y'all have a problem with
and got hair on his back.
Oh my God! And watch
let me
this.
say this.
Slept with her sister because her and Jean
I'm gonna go there.
consider themselves as sisters.
Right.
I'm gonna go there real quick because there might be some X-Men fans in the building. And if you are an X-Men fan, that's cool. This ain't necessarily the X-Men
we're not
bashing.
We're just bashing right.
Nor is the Wolverine. But let's just say this. If you're an X-Men fan, then you know Aurora and Jean are like sisters.
Yes.
You know that. If you're an X-Men fan, you also know Jean and Scott are the lovers. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
That is what that is. If you are an X-Men fan, you never accepted, and when I say X-Men fan, I'm talking about going back to the OG5, you never accepted Logan being a part of Jean's life. You're not.
Nope.
You never have. Scott Summers is her dude. If you are an X-Men fan going all the way back to the OG5, you never accepted Madeline Pryor. You didn't.
Nope.
It's Jean and Scott and Jean. And so you don't get to say you're an X-Men fan and you just saying Jean is a slut. You don't get to say you're an X-Men fan and you happy with Scott being bent over by Logan.
Exactly.
Now, mind you, now watch this. For all the Logan fans, you don't get to say you're an X-Men fan and you fine with Scott bending over Logan. Because that's what Jonathan Hickman get. And they was all bending. I'm of the mindset Jean was strapped up shorty and was hitting both of them. Because that's literally the hedonism you had going on during the Krakoan story era. No, you're an X-Men fan. Let's tell the truth, because I don't want you thinking I didn't read the Krakoan story era, and I don't want folks thinking I don't go back to the OG5, nor do I go to Giant Size X-Men 1. No, we X-Men fans. We nerds. Just because we say T'Challa is our favorite character doesn't mean we don't know nothing about any. I'm sorry, let me use proper English. We don't know anything about any of those other characters. Yes, we do. So the X-Men fan, you either an X-Men fan or you're lying. But you need to know there are Black Panther fans that are also X-Men fans. So we know when an X-Men fan is lying.
And see, here's the thing.
Scott Summers been my dude.
When I go back to X-Men fan, I say, I'll ask them, was it always a continuous run in that first volume? And they'll get stuck because people don't realize, and we'll circle back to what I was talking about earlier, that there will always be a certain comic. They were putting out X-Men, but they had started doing repeats until issue 93. Yeah. 93 was the last reissue. They just was reissuing old stories.
Yeah, started like around 79, 80.
Right. And then they just kept rehashing. And then in 94 is when you had the very first new one, new story after Giant Size X-Men #1. And so I remember in I forget what issue it was, issue 50 something, when Havoc was there, because Havoc became my favorite X-Men.
Right.
At that time, because you know,
Neil Adams run.
My brother and I, you know, really close, and so he was the Cyclops, and I was like, man, I could be Havoc, you know, because again, for a long time there were no black superheroes, so
but
I would always pick out.
Black.
I would always pick out a hero in each group that I could be, and I, you know, didn't care, but when you go back and you look at the X-Men and then you have them do a retcon with Vulcan, how does that make sense? I've never liked that character.
I don't think it did either. Let me ask this because Ian pulled up and he rocks with me over there on Twitter, and I like to pick y'all two brains for this one and everything like that. His question is, what's the biggest missed opportunity with the X-Men? Oh, my brother Daryl. What, my brother Daryl? Mr. Smith.
He'll be back.
The biggest missed opportunity with the X-Men.
When they killed Thunderbird, when they killed Thunderbird, because they were supposed to kill Wolverine, and people don't know that. And the only reason Wolverine is around right now and is as popular as he is because his creator is white, Canadian.
Canadian. Yeah,
and
Canadian.
he
Canadian.
decided
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
going to keep him instead of the Native American. So they decided they were going to kill one of them, and they decided it was going to be Thunderbird. And so I at the time I thought it was very ambitious to have different characters from different backgrounds and
Right,
see how that
right.
would mesh. And being part Native American myself, I gravitated towards Thunderbird.
Okay.
And so I'm looking at it, and on the cover it says, "Not a joke, not a gimmick." In this issue, an X-Man dies,
Right.
and I, in my wildest dreams, think it was going to be Thunderbird. And when it
Mm.
happened, I'm thinking, okay, when are they going to bring him back?
Forever.
Exactly.
Daryl, what you got? What you got? What is your biggest? What is your? It's coming from Ian. What's the biggest mixed opportunity with the X-Men to you?
Biggest missed opportunity?
Yeah. Ian be asking some questions now.
I missed opportunity. I would have to say, do you remember the character Mimic?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Calvin Rankin.
Better as a villain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better as a villain. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I got a cat who can duplicate
all his powers. Yep.
everything.
Yep.
No matter what roster you got, I got hands for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And then you kind of nerf it.
Stay right there. Ian got one more question, and then we're gonna go back. Because you just said roster. Daryl, we're gonna start with you this time. We're gonna start with you this time.
Okay.
Despite any team they may already be on, who do you think should be a part of the X-Men? And I'm gonna say mutants. Who do you think should be? And we'll go with a 5-man roster, 5-person roster. Unless you want to extend it to 7. We'll go 7. A 7-person X-Men roster. Who do you think should be on it?
You're asking me first.
I'm asking you first. Yeah. You want me to start off this?
Okay. All right. Okay. Bet. All right. Call it what you want to call it. I dig Slim as the leader. He can stay the leader. But I'm gonna shake up my roster because I want a little melanin on my squad. That's just me. I'm gonna go with Sync. Sync's gonna be in my X-Men. Monet is gonna be in my X-Men.
Yep.
Gentle is gonna be in my, because you don't use the guy. Use the guy for something, for crying out loud, man. You got him sitting there in Wakanda, not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? So Gentle would be on my squad. He's an Omega level mutant, so I want Iceman. We need to do something about that gay storyline because he didn't need to be gay. Y'all pissed me off with that. All right. If you want to make a gay character, make a gay character, but don't take a straight character and turn him gay.
Wait, hold that thought. Can I jump in? Because you just made me think about something that was funny yesterday, right? Kimoyo was on the live too. So I'm not knowing because I don't keep up. It's Pride Month. Did not know, you know. So somebody
I know it's Pride Month, but I can say that. That's no,
I can say that. Pride Month. I didn't know. I did not know. Somebody came into
June has always been Pride Month.
Hey man, listen, I have problems keeping up with birthdays at this particular point in time. So
okay, well that was 5. My last two would be Storm and Bishop.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I like that. Dude wouldn't stop trying to holler on the live. I had to mute him for the rest of the live. I done told you I'm happily married and everything. What is you got going on? Let me see. Mine. I like this right here. Cyclops, Slim. Yep. Iceman, that's 2. Aurora, that's 3. Sync, that's 4. Tempo, make 5.
Oh, good one.
Prodigy, make 6.
Okay.
I need that IQ. And Bishop, let me get Bishop at 7.
Yeah.
Let me get Bishop at 7. I really feel like I need more than that on my roster though, but that's all right. That's all right. Keeping the party rolling though. I want to make sure I greet everybody. D Steezle in the building. Black Panther was in the building. What's going on? He said, ruined Iceman, in my opinion.
Yes.
Yeah. Now tell him, says Storm is his leader. Sync, Gentle, Laura, and Psylocke. Okay. Lura, 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 Lura and Psylocke.
I think he's talking about Laura Kenny.
Laura
X23.
Yeah, he wanted to say X23. Laura Kenny.
Okay. Yeah,
because I don't know who Lura is.
I want to be specific.
Y'all laugh, but I'm serious.
If that's what he meant, like I want to say, hey,
that's the only thing I can think of.
I might have said it wrong, but he meant is it Lura. But
I think, you know who I forgot about?
Who?
Iska.
The unbeatable.
The unbeaten.
Yeah. I mean, but see, that's a double-edged sword, because if y'all overpower, she gonna flip teams and be like, sorry, I gotta beat your ass. So
right.
We will never get her as an action figure with the LARPers that we have in the Black community. Like, I just want them to go away. I'm like, y'all mess it up. Like, we was better off go back to being with the cool kids. Go back over there. Go back over there to being, because you more concerned about being cool over here than being knowledgeable. Go back over there with the cool kids. We don't want you over here. We don't want you over here. Like, I really wish nerds would just disavow certain people in the community. Just disavow them. Just stop. Because they're making it hard. We gonna have to literally make Iska ourselves once we get our action figure company. That's crazy.
Oh, I think I told y'all in the live Thursday, either Thursday, Friday, I was on Whatnot. And Mark Silvestri and Todd McFarlane were on Whatnot doing an auction, and they were signing their books and selling them.
Wow.
So I took that time to get in the chat and say, Todd, before you leave, you need to make a bloodletter action figure.
Look at what he said. What he said.
He didn't answer me.
Man.
He probably said, that's a good idea.
Man, I done said it to Joe Illich, and Joe Illich done said it to him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's in your ear. You know about it. If you don't jump on it, it's because you didn't want to.
Right.
They say the squeaky wheel get the grease. Like folks don't be understanding. Like, aside from Boog Nice, ACBA, I don't know who be going as hard in the paint when they talk about, hey man, we need some black action figures. Because it's plenty of black action figure reviewers out there and everything. I don't want to act like they aren't. And they all do credible jobs and everything, but they don't necessarily request.
They're just reviewing what's done. They're not talking about what should be done.
Yeah, like we want Iska. We be asking for certain action figures over here. We be like, hey man, because we were asking for a long time. What's going on with Cardiac? What's good? What's good?
Yeah,
they finally dropped.
Got Cardiac. Everybody lost their mind. We like, oh Lord Jesus, thank you. You feel what I'm saying? So when we get the action figures, we want. Nobody to this day knows why we got Hypno Hustler, but Aaron,
so that you can customize him into
the Black
Moses Magnum.
Yeah, because nobody asked for the Hypno Hustler.
Nobody did. Nobody.
Nobody. I don't know what, unless you got the Funkadactyls as action figures. That action figure by itself makes no sense.
If you wanted to give me an off-brand, obscure, strange Spider-Man villain figure, you should have gave me Rocket Racer.
Rocket Racer.
Period.
Not hard to do at all.
No. You be wanting to know who they be talking to. Hey, you know what we should give them? What? Hypno Hustler.
What does
Right,
he
I'll be
do?
like-
He plays a
I be wanting to
guitar
know.
and hypnotizes people and then robs them. Yeah, that's a good action figure. Let's make
That's how that conversation goes. What do you think we should give him? Hypno Hustler?
No.
Okay,
no, Mr.
okay,
Smith.
okay.
No, Mr. Smith, we're not gonna do the community like that. No. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. No,
They smoking
no,
crack,
that's
man.
not,
I'm
that's
telling
not
you.
it.
They
That
smoking
ain't it.
something. They smoking
Yeah,
something.
they is, but I know it ain't nothing green. It ain't nothing green. I
No,
don't
ain't
know how
nothing
they came
green.
up with the Hypno Hustler.
Cause
No.
they coming with some off-brand
Off-
stuff, man.
off
The only
the
thing
wall.
hitting up. Well, let me stop. I ain't gonna talk
How
bad
about this one? If you wanted to give me an off-brand Spider-Man character, that's a black character, how about Night Watch?
That's good one.
Because
That's good.
because that's kind of a Spawn knockoff. Give me Night Watch. Give me Kevin Trench.
Do we
Basically.
think their attempt at making up for the Hypno Hustler was them giving us Aaron as the Black Iron Spider? Do you think that was their attempt to make up for it?
I don't know, but I'll take it because I
Yeah,
bought it.
Yeah,
I
that
bought
part,
it.
what he said.
I mean, when I saw him
Hey.
reviewing, I was like, "Yeah, I got to get that. I got to get." So I got that bad boy downstairs, and I'm happy that I did.
Do you think realize that they truly went left with the Hypno Hustler? They came back and gave us Retro Sam.
You know what? I'll take it because right now I bought two, and one of them is at Artman Customs. He's going to customize it for me to his very first appearance.
Put the green and tan on it.
Yep.
Man, listen, that is gonna be so nice. That is
Ah,
gonna be
man,
so nice.
listen. But see, that's what I'm talking about. If you
That's
go
my
back,
thing. I want to get back to collecting. I'm like, man, I can't do none of that. I got to sit back here and just, okay, all right, y'all just.
but they don't have nothing to collect right now. But see, what I want to do is when I finally get that, I want to have a shot of him in that costume with T'Challa and Luke Cage, because I was running to the stores to get those comics when they were in them. So I want to have that kind of a old 70s type feel of, and I have that the older version of Luke Cage. I'm going to put that one in there. Just to have that 70s kind of feel of what my childhood was like, looking at those characters and saying, man, they actually have some black characters, you know.
Yeah.
And
this guy named Derek that lived in my neighborhood, he collected comic books too. And he collected like all the black characters, like what you talking about. He had like Captain America and Falcon, and the John Stewart stuff, and he had Black Lightning. And now when I was reading like Black Lightning comic books, I bet a lot of people, if you read Black Lightning comic books, you knew Jefferson Pierce afro was a wig.
Nope.
Yep.
It's attached to the mask, and he put the whole thing on with a big old fro like a helmet. So
can I ask y'all two a question?
But it was never enough of them. You know what I'm saying? Like Tyrod pop up in that swimsuit.
Right.
And, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't enough. It wasn't enough of them. You know, Mal, Duncan. You know, they just. It's kind of like what Chad was saying. You know, about they only let us have one at a time.
Yep. And that's bad. But we have to be more vocal. What you guys are doing, being more vocal. Go ahead, Theo. You got something?
I wanted to ask the both of y'all a question because Sam Wilson, right? Falcon or Captain America?
Falcon. Why are we still taking other people's names?
Daryl, I ain't getting no response from you.
I just got done doing a video on the Falcon. Did I not? Didn't I just get done doing a video on the Falcon action figure? Did I not?
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay, I'm just checking.
So already. So let I just wanted to ask because there's a certain element out there that feels like Sam, it's a demotion if Sam go back to being the Falcon.
Sam go back to being his own character is what he go back to being, and stop living in the shadow of the shield.
Yeah.
So let me ask y'all this. Like I said, both of y'all are older than me and everything like that. Both of y'all have said Sam as the Falcon. Why? And I'm almost, because we started last time with Daryl. I'm gonna come back to you, Mr. Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Why the Falcon for you, Vice Captain America?
Because that's who he was when I was introduced to him. And he was a social worker. He was dating Leela. He was something unique. He was something different. He wasn't trying to be somebody else. And we have way too many characters who are minority characters who are based on somebody else. Give you another example. This is my I call him a Nazi. You know,
right
that
on.
It's kind of
cool.
It's kind of based off of a Nazi from Static Shock.
Yeah,
right.
Kind of based on that. But why are we calling Miles Morales Spider-Man? Only so we can attach him to that so we can get money off of that. But why can't he be himself? Why does Sam Wilson have to be? How long was Bucky Captain America? Was he Captain America as long as Sam has been? No. So let's let our characters develop on their own, have their own identity, have their own struggles and issues. Vice trying to live up to somebody else's name and standard. Why we got two Captain Americas anyway?
Gotcha.
Whose idea was that?
Because that's their idea of legacy.
No, I'm saying for you, why Falcon Vice Captain America?
Kind of like, I mean, my answer is it would be similar to Mr. Smith's, because that's how he was presented to me in the 70s. Because I mean, literally, there was no black superheroes around that time, and then they just all of a sudden, because blaxploitation was popular at that time too, they just started sprinkling black characters in the comic books, and you could tell it was systematic, because one day there wasn't none, and then in 1972 it was like
everybody and their mama started popping up, didn't it?
Right, Windshaft and all that stuff started coming out. So I feel like, okay, if that was your attempt to engage me in your comic book universe, I was already in there. But now that you got one that I can rock with and identify with, I'm really in there. And now you got 2 or 3, and you know what I'm saying, T'Challa took off his mask. Oh, he's black. I like him even better. So you know what I'm saying? It was kind of a thing where he was needed. He's needed. Falcon, especially the deck, is needed more than Captain
knockoff. He's a team move Captain America. I'm sorry, we don't need any more knockoff characters. Why? I'll do you one better. Why do we have so many different Spider-Mans?
Let me do this. Let me do this real quick, Mr. Smith. Because I'm gonna say it's the blurs that missed this. Steve told Sam he needed to take on a superhero identity to become a symbol. That's comic book canon. We get it where and
no, go ahead.
The symbol is to become a symbol for his people, for a revolution. He adopts the alias, the Falcon. Now, for me,
oh my goodness,
having been raised Atlanta, Georgia.
Goodness. That is strong.
Having oh Lord Jesus, what you got going on?
It was a strong it tastes like it ain't nothing in there but coffee.
Oh, okay.
It's just coffee.
You're gonna be up for a little bit.
I'm gonna be up for the
you
rest
know,
of the night.
when you're raised in the South,
Mm-hmm.
because as I tried to explain to some people, if you're a Black American and you have a European last name, it's safe to say what occurred in your family's
Right,
past.
right.
Safe to say, because you ain't walking around here with the African name you should have. No, you're walking around with the last name of the person whose family bought you, bought your family. That's what that is. You also, you try my patience as a blurred, knowledgeable comic book fan, saying it's okay for Sam to be Captain America, but you're gonna tell somebody you're a Dwayne McDuffie fan at the same time. When we know one of the things that Dwayne McDuffie did was say, hey, you shouldn't call Lamar Hoskins Bucky. That's a grown man. But if somebody can't connect the dots and they are a comic book fan, a comic book social media influencer, bald-headed with a nose ring that swear up and down they know every damn thing, if they can't connect the dots between Lamar Hoskins and Sam Wilson, they're not credible.
No, and see, here's another thing.
That's the problem with a Black superhero taking on the name of a white superhero, because we literally done this.
Yeah, we don't need to do that anymore.
Yeah, I had to get that coffee spritzed up, man. That stuff's too strong, bro.
So let me ask you this question, because when Falcon was introduced, I did not, and maybe it was different for you guys, but I did not equate him to a Black version of Hawkman. He was something, because at first he didn't have wings, so there was no other character like Falcon that he was based on. He wasn't a carbon copy of another white character. He was himself,
right?
And that's what made him endearing. In that green costume, oh man, that was especially back in that time frame. You got to remember what that time frame was. So that whole Black Power thing. So he was unique and he was different. Why are we trying to make him tame? A tamer version of it was just like and D, you might remember this because you mentioned about Shaft. Shaft had those movies, but then they put him on TV and they tamed Shaft down. They put him in a suit.
Oh yeah, I remember that. And it lasted one season
because it wasn't Shaft no more.
Let me shout out William Fagan 5355. And y'all too will appreciate this. He said he loved the way Brubaker wrote Sam's role as the Falcon, working with Bucky and Black Widow for Nick Fury in the death of the Captain America storyline.
Right.
He had Sam written as the Falcon, doing what Sam should be doing.
But see, that's Sam. And so instead of trying to make him something that he's not, that's not developing the character. That's stagnating the character.
Yeah.
So in order for the character to grow, he should be who he was and then grow from there and take that character to another level. He should be leading his own team right about now.
He should.
Sam Wilson, the only person Sam Wilson as Captain America is exciting to are movie fans.
That's it. But they didn't go see that last one as like they thought they was gonna come see that last one.
No,
so
they
even
did not.
They getting tired of it. So that's why he should go back to the Falcon, because there's so much untapped potential there.
Mr. Smith, this is what I said. He's Sam Wilson from Harlem. He's 6'2", 240. I ain't seen no Harlem swag from Sam since ever. Like, let's just go ahead and be clear. I ain't seen no. So Sam 6'2", 240 ain't got no baddies trying to holler at him. I'm Sam Wilson, 6'2", 240 from Harlem. All the ladies want me. All the ladies want me, and I can communicate with birds. He ain't. We don't see Sam in no butter.
Are flashy.
Yes, they are.
Come on, talk to me, D.
But remember, D, what was his original? what was his original name? He was Snap Wilson.
Snap Wilson. Yeah,
He
and
was
he had the
flashy
big
then.
old pimp hat with
Come
the
on.
feather in it. Yeah, he showed
Come on. So he wasn't no.
He don't remind me of.
No.
As much as we are as comic book fans, we're also music aficionados.
Mhm.
Daryl, you're more of a hip hop rap fan than I am, and Mr. Smith, you probably are too. That dude don't remind us of not one brother from Harlem.
No.
Not one.
No, and because I don't think they know any brothers from Harlem.
How they in New York?
So they can't write. They can't write them. And we can go back to when they introduced Brother Voodoo. See, I remember. I got that run too from Strange Tale.
When the
74.
Yeah, I'm on. Man, come on, Brother Voodoo's supposed to be full of them.
So you have all of these characters that you could bring together. They did it in Black Panther comic once.
Yeah, they didn't do it till like the 2000s.
Right. So why can't we do it now and make it make sense?
This is why we like Wesley Snipes' portrayal of Blade. Yeah. Wesley Snipes brought that swag to it. You looked at Blade, you say, oh yeah, that's me right there. That's me. Hell yeah, that's me right there. Hell yeah.
That's my Blade.
Right. He was talking.
Hit bash.
Blade.
That's nice.
Got played like he was a black angry dude that just happened to be a vampire. That's how Wesley played him. It's smooth, savoir faire. The ladies want him like, man, come on, man. And where Wesley from? Where Wesley from? New York?
He's from New York.
Yeah.
Come on, man. I ain't seen nothing yet. I think the last character we saw, and it wasn't in that comic book that me and Daryl reviewed, it was in New Warriors. Dwayne Taylor was probably the last character we seen at Black.
Right.
Yeah.
But see, and again, you mentioned Dwayne Taylor, but that was, now they asked what was a big miss in X-Men. Well, the biggest miss to me in Marvel history was Civil War, having it being the result of the New Warriors. Because again, if you go back to Night Thrasher 18, cover date January, I remember that, y'all know why. That was when Night Thrasher rescued some emissaries from Wakanda. T'Challa showed up. He owed him a favor. So if you're saying the reason that the New Warriors were on a reality TV show is because Dwayne Taylor needed money, that's just a check that's being written by T'Challa. That ain't happening. So they messed all that up. It would have been better if you had the Great Lakes Avengers be the impetus for that, because Mr. Immortal was a nutcase. All they had for money was Big Bertha as a model. So they would have wanted the attention. And Mr. Immortal would have been reckless, because he was always reckless because he couldn't die. So
and at that time, New Warriors was hot.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, why throw that black eye on that magazine, you know, that was selling well and it was popular? It was basically Marvel's answer to the Teen Titans. And they just let it fall by the wayside.
Yeah, and so it never made sense to me.
Let me get this right here for now. Tell them, I think this is a great question that all three of us as veterans will be able to jump into. He says, basically, I wish there was more depth to why he needs to be Captain America. What do you stand for as a black man in red, white, and blue for a costume? Now, I tell him I will turn the floor over to Daryl and Mr. Smith for their response. What I would say to you is this, as far as me. I could put on that costume and carry that shield. I wouldn't call myself Captain America. And the reason for that is, at the end of the day, I would want the message to be that we can all be Captain America. You ain't got to be called Captain America to represent the spirit of Captain America. But as a proud African-American man, I would have kept the code name that either my father gave me, my mother gave me, and my brother is a preacher and he's proud that I'm that character. I already got two men to look up to, my brother and my father. So I would have kept the name that honored that. And if I'm supposed to be a symbol to my people, then my name represents the people. The costume can absolutely represent the nation, but I want my people to know I'm here for them. So I would have kept the name. The costume, yeah, I could put on a red, white, and blue. Probably a red, white, and blue version of my red and blue or green and yellow, green and orange costume, but I'd have still been the Falcon. Daryl, we went with Mr. Smith first last time.
Now, the question is, could I? Because I can't see the comments for some reason. Must have been when I went out and came back in or whatever. But what was the question?
He says, I'll repeat it for you. He says, basically, I wish there was more depth to why he needs to be Captain America. What do you stand for as a black man in red, white, and blue for a costume? So my question to you is, would you feel compelled to either A, put the costume on, B, put the costume on and change your name to Captain America, or B, put the costume on and maintain the alias you already have?
I would put on a different costume because when you say America, just that, frame that. When you say America, if I ask 10 different Americans, what does that mean to them? I'm going to get 10 different answers. So my thing with that is I don't need to wear a flag to embody what America is. And I especially don't need to wear no flag to embody what America means to a black man, because all three of us wore uniforms and wasn't none of them red, white, and blue. Well, yours was kind of close to being red and blue, but you know what I'm saying? You get what I'm getting at. Right. And we don't have to wear the flag to represent the flag.
Yeah, I'm not putting on that costume, and a lot of people don't realize that it's against the law to wear a flag.
That is very, very
in any
true.
type way. So when you see people that are wearing those ties that are flagged,
white people get away with it on the 4th of July every year.
Every year they have the bikinis on and all this stuff. No, I'm not doing that. So I'm wearing something that represents my struggle. And if I'm going to be a symbol to my people, I'm going to represent my people because they have enough people representing them. Okay, so I can be, I might look like Josiah X. Who knows? You know,
that part. You know, the reason why. That shadow soldier outfit is cold.
Yes, it is.
It's a reason why I chose the stealth suit, because I'm like, that's a variation of it. I wouldn't want the red, white, and blue at all. No, because I don't know. Let me put the stealth suit on. Yes, sir.
I might have to sneak around. You can't sneak around with no flag on.
Shadow soldier.
Even Captain America had to take the red, white, and blue off in the movies for sneaking around. You know what I'm saying? He had an all blue suit when he was sneaking around.
That's what I'm saying. That's why my character got it. It's like, no. I can represent the country, but I ain't finna walk around like that. I need this right here. Let me put on something dark blue. It go along with my Marine Corps background. Anyway, even look like it's got a blood stripe going down the side. I'm good.
Yeah. So, and I think that was why they lampooned Captain America in Captain America, because we know that costume looks garish and silly. So why don't we just put him on stage dancing with some women in this joint? Yep. And so I'm like, all right, you're right.
It didn't translate well to TV, live action.
In 1941, when we was in the middle of a war, then it makes sense for me to wear a flag.
Yeah. But
it might make sense for me to wear a flag. It's never made sense to me for your drawers to be on the outside of your clothes. I don't know
well, there's a whole bunch of superheroes got to answer that question.
Listen, you know what never made sense to me? Robin's original costume.
like if I'm a supervillain,
Robin look like he getting ready to be. Well, he is a circus performer.
Yeah, but
I mean,
but you
I
know,
kind of go along
Definitely
with
look
that.
like
But,
he need to be in a circus.
but you see how Richard switched it up when he left though. Like, I ain't
Yeah.
gonna keep
Oh
walking around
yeah,
looking like this.
yeah.
he had to.
My dog said, "Nah, y'all got me messed up, bro. No, I need some clothes on, man. No,
No,
doing that.
because you
I
can't be
like
out
when
fighting crime
Black
like that.
Lightning showed up. Black Lightning had no tights on. My dog said, "No, man. I need some room to breathe."
But
He did have a wig.
He did have a wig. I mean, you a black superhero. You don't need nobody being able to know who you is. If
That's
I got to put a black
I
wig
guess,
on, so
but a full mask will do the same thing. You ain't got to wear no Afro wig.
So let's test this theory. We're operating as superheroes in our prospective towns.
Okay.
We black.
Right.
So we don't think no one in our town would know who we are if we don't change anything. We just put a mask on. Not even a full mask. Like part of your hairline is showing. We not gonna
you gotta have a full mask.
I can tell you right now, if you want to be a vigilante and you gonna go out on the streets, you gonna have to wear a full mask like T'Challa, like Spider-Man. That's the only way you. That's the only way you gonna be able to get. And even then, somebody who knows you, who sees you move every day, and sees you walk every day, and knows your habits and your mannerisms. It don't matter what you got on. I'm gonna be like, that's Theo right there.
Exactly. You got to change everything.
In regards to Jefferson Pierce, like, bro, you got to switch that thing up. But to
you
your
have to
point,
you have to be an Academy Award winning actor.
That part.
You have to change everything.
When you put on the Batman cape and cowl, it means your whole body language got to change. You can't be walking around like Bruce Wayne in the Batman suit because everybody gonna be like, "That's Bruce." You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
so
if you Theo, you better go from 5'8.5" to 5'10" real quick, and you better change up a whole bunch of other stuff.
They say put some bliss in your boots. That's not me. I'm not that tall.
I'm not that tall.
I want to welcome everybody that's still here and everything. Yes, this is a Black Panther Wakandan type live event. Feel free to ask your Black Panther Wakanda Black superhero related questions. This is us geeking out. This is what nerds do. We nerds do stuff like this. And so if you're here, hopefully you've enjoyed it. Yes, we are doing this to raise money so me and the missus can move without going through some extracurricular stuff. So yes, anything you can contribute, I will go here once again and just put this cash app and this chime in here, and every little bit helps. That's what I'm telling folks. Every little bit helps. So I want to say 240 is where we left off at. So we're gonna do this today, going to around about, we probably got another 13 minutes. I'm gonna let folks go after this. They got church in the morning and some stuff to do. And then we'll pick this puppy up back tomorrow. We're gonna make it do what it do. Bring some folks back. I will see if Mr. Smith and Dara want to come back, because I can tell they love geeking out right now. So, gentlemen,
I love hanging out with you guys, man.
I put it like this. For me, I would probably have to do it earlier tomorrow because my daughter's baby shower is tomorrow, and and I'm gonna be on the grill.
There you go.
Pull up when you can, just like today.
Right. Yeah, just shoot me the link and let me know when you're gonna be in there, and I'll pull up.
Man, this is like the most fun I have, man. Just sitting here talking to you guys. It's a lot of fun, man, because when we brainstorm and we can make sense out of a lot of the nonsense, and it's like, okay, why didn't you just do this? And to your point, Theo, it's going to take us just going ahead and doing it. You know, the fan fiction, just go ahead and do it. And then people can they'll have an option. Well, actually, we'll be the only option because Marvel's not doing anything.
Right.
You know, and the other thing was I like the other character that T'Challa interacted with, and he got into Wakanda, was Elliot Franklin, Thunderball.
Right.
You know, and so I had a storyline with that was like, check this out, D. Check this out. You might like this one. So, you know, the wrecking crew is out. They robbing a bank, right? And so T'Challa pull up, and they like, "Oh, you gonna try to stop us?" No, I'm not. I'm not here for you. I'm here to talk to him. Y'all do whatever you want to. And so he's like, why you with them? You the smartest one in the entire room. Why are you with them? Oh, you need money? How much you need?
That's the next Emerald Throne conversation.
And so you bring him.
You gotta go,
so
big dog.
So T'Challa says this. He says, "I'm not here to stop you." And so when he talks to Ellie, he said, "You the smartest one. We got advanced physics. You can come over to Wakanda. You just got to do one thing: stop them." So T'Challa doesn't stop him; he does.
It's one of those things.
He bounces. Go ahead, Theo.
No, it was because somebody. That question was asked last night. Mm-hmm. What would happen if T'Challa became evil? If he was evil,
mm-hmm.
And because you kind of going down that road, me and Daryl thought about it. I said that's not gonna go right for the Fantastic Four because he didn't deleted them right off the rip.
Yeah, if he was evil, you know what I'm saying? His intent would not have been to trap them.
No.
You know what I'm saying? No. His intent would have been to end them. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what I mean. Because my thing was that when we presented that scenario, my thing was he only got to do one thing different. And that is unalive Wyatt Wingfoot.
Mm-hmm. That's
it. You off Wyatt. Everything they stuck where they was at, or if I decide I want to get rid of them, I can get rid of them.
Yep. That's it.
Yep.
But people don't understand how intellectual and how sharp of a strategist he is. That's the thing that they always underestimate. He is a phenomenal strategist. So he, like I said, he's playing 3D chess. You playing Chinese checkers. So what we doing? He already 20 miles and 20 steps ahead of you before you even try to catch up. And so he's got a plan. He's got a plan for Galactus. People don't know that. It's in the comics. It's canon. It is canon.
Well, he made Galactus a life giver.
Right, but he had a Galactus protocol before he did that. That's canon.
Nightellum says to this day he's in Wakanda because the Wrecking Crew showed up in Captain Marvel latest book, and it's just 3 of them now. So but he's still in Wakanda. And exactly. You know what? I'm of the mindset they would have wrote him. Mr. Smith, you said it before. Folks be watching our lives. They would have did anything with him if it wasn't for the fact they knew folks was keeping up with where that dude was.
Right.
No, we know he in Wakanda, so don't do nothing crazy.
So in my universe, because I have this particular action figure out, to round out the Wrecking Crew, I had Absorbing Man take his place.
Makes sense.
Low key, that's a better fit.
Exactly.
It is.
So
low key, I would make the Wrecking Crew them 3, the Absorbing Man and Titanium.
There you go. And so matter of fact, you're right. I got that action figure too.
Yep.
He got one last question before we call it a night.
All right.
Oh, okay. Shoot.
Let's go. We got 7 minutes, Ian. We're gonna shut it down at 11 o'clock. We're gonna shut it down at 11 o'clock so we can pick this thing fresh up tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Routine from That Negro's Crazy album. About 11 o'clock.
Also, Mr. Smith. Nightellum says, please come back. Nightellum says, please come back.
All right.
Yeah. For story, what heroes do you think should stay in Wakanda and why? I like that. That's a fair question.
Oh, I
What
got a
hero
bunch of
or
them.
heroes do you think should stay and or live? I'm gonna say live. I'm gonna say live. Live in Wakanda, and why?
I got a bunch of them. Go ahead. I'm gonna let. You want me to go first, D?
Yeah, go. You probably
Go
gonna
ahead.
name all the ones I named, but go ahead.
Cardiac, Elliot Franklin Thunderball. I have also Michael Collins Deathlock. And there's a whole storyline because I know one of the things that Theo talks about is why did Cyborg still look like a robot, 3/5 of a man, and why does Death? No, see, Michael Collins, I got that all figured out. So yeah, those two. Black Goliath is not dead in my universe, so he's there. I have Nightshade in there because there's a relationship there with T'Challa as well. I guess maybe some people forgot that she was the one that was bringing him some weapons and some things. So yeah, so she's there. Here's another one.
In the
Yeah, the
priest
priest
run.
run. Right. Who else I got over there? Of course, I have Blue Marvel there. That's a no-brainer. I got brother. I call him Brother Voodoo. Brother Voodoo is there. Storm is absolutely there. She's the queen. You know. I'm still debating on Luke Cage. Well, no, I'm not going to debate. Luke Cage would be there because what people may not know or may not remember is Black Panther was Luke Cage's hero.
Yep.
That's what he looked up to.
Yep.
So he's definitely there.
Ran into him in the club.
Yep. So I have who else do I have there? I have Blade there. I have of course Gentle is there. Who else do I have? Who else do I have there?
Do you think Blade would want to live in Wakanda if there isn't a proliferation?
He wouldn't. Well, he wouldn't. He would be there, but he's using the shadow physics to go to other places to come back. It's easier to get to those places that he needs to get to.
Okay.
So that's why he would be there. And off the top of my head, that's the ones I have. I got some more in here somewhere, but those are the ones off the top of my head.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to go next?
Okay. Of course, at the top of my list is Storm. After Storm, I think everybody with the last name Bradley should live in Wakanda.
That's good.
What's going on? Immortal Sigma. I don't want to be rude. Immortal Sigma just dropped 5 bones. Appreciate that, Immortal. We need Imperial Black Panther, Wakanda Hulkbuster, and the Wakanda spacesuit from Hasbro. Appreciate that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Keep going. My bad, Daryl. I'm sorry.
Okay. Miles should live in Wakanda because
I got him too.
Clearly they don't appreciate him
in Brooklyn. That's him.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure he could get way cooler accoutrements than a Boricua outfit. I feel like if Sam is willing to give up the flag, he should be there.
Yeah.
Luke and Jessica should be there, unless we're gonna have the events of All Power to the People, Black to the Future, play out. Then in that way, Danielle and T'Challa's son get married and they rule the North American collective. Also, too, I feel like Monica Rambeau should be there.
Oh yeah, I do have her.
And of course, if I didn't mention Adam Brashear, of course, that would just bolster their think tank 100-fold. And now here's a hot take. Hear me out. I feel like either John Jameson or Jack Russell should be in Wakanda, because if they couldn't find they did with John Jameson, but if they couldn't find a way for him to be able to control his transformations, they would be able to like mitigate the curse altogether.
Hmm.
And I feel like it wouldn't be a terrible idea for him to have like some creature commandos in Wakanda, kind of like similar to how what they got over in DC, and just take all their monsters, your man things, and your you know, your werewolves, and you know, and put all of them together on. I think they had a squad like that, and they called it the Night Shift.
Remember the Supernaturals?
Huh? Do what now?
The comic book, the Supernaturals. It was from a different reality, but
yes, you are right. You are right. You're right. And of course, Jericho Drum would absolutely be there. And I feel like Hobie Brown should live.
Yes.
In Wakanda too, because don't nobody really, you know, appreciate his skills and or the things he could do, and you know, that sort of a thing. So and then again, he could get an amp on his gear. Going to Wakanda big time. I feel like the Rocket Racer would do well in Wakanda. Again, don't nobody appreciate the man. Dwayne Taylor might as well just go over there. I mean, you know what I'm saying? He could get a whole bunch of stuff done over there. And that, I guess that's a short list. Is since we ain't got no more time, I'll go ahead and turn it over to you.
Let me see what I got here. I ain't gonna take that long. I promise you. What time is it? Yeah, we're gonna get on up out of here real quick. New York is oversaturated, correct? In Marvel Universe, everybody, their mom is over there. All right, so if you black and you ain't doing that, you over there, Wakanda.
But basically, that's all I have. You know who else I forgot? Battlestar.
See, absolutely. You ain't doing nothing. You over there, Wakanda.
I mean, what is Battlestar doing?
No, he was over in Wakanda last. We saw him.
He should just stay there.
Yeah. So
here's my thing.
Real quick. The way I have it is right before Civil War. T'Challa goes. He goes recruiting. Hey, you want to have to deal with this, or you want to come over here? And they go over there.
Yeah. Whose side are you on? I'm on my side.
Exactly. Over here. We chilling over here. You ain't got to register.
Always been on my side.
Exactly. So that's how it is for me. Well, you got anything else, Theo?
No. Ian had a question. He said, "Follow up. Who could T'Challa mentor?" William Fagan came in with Night Thrasher. I think that's the answer right there, as well as Miles Morales. We wouldn't leave him out. But gentlemen, thank you so much. Thank y'all so much. This has been a pleasure. I'm coming back to y'all tomorrow between 12 and 1. The mission is the same. I think we are 340 away, unless something had changed while we're on this live. Immortal segment, I appreciate that. We were looking for the chime. I'm gonna have to do a better job of saying chime and cash app, because folks have sent money to YouTube and everything. So and I appreciate that. Thank y'all so much. But we will be doing this tomorrow. Big bro, you got anything? I know you got the baby shower tomorrow. You on the grill?
Yeah. I mean, other than baby showering on the grill, I mean, either before or in between, I might be able to, just pop up, do some pop up.
There it is. And Mr. Smith, what about yourself?
Oh, nothing, man. I'm just going to church, so might still be there, but we'll see. I'll try to catch up with you guys, but it's been a blast for me, man. This is always good. It's just us
all day,
chopping it up and brainstorming all day. Love you guys.
Well, there it is. So we will be coming back. It is a Wakanda-Thon. We will be back between 12 and 1 tomorrow. Ian, thank you so much. The rest of y'all, bring your Black Panther related questions and everything. Tell your friends to tell their friends. Y'all pull on up. It's about passing around the knowledge and everything like that. They say if you know somebody, grow somebody. So that's what we want to do. Till next time, in the memory of the late great Don Cornelius and Chadwick Boseman. Once again, gentlemen, thank y'all so much. I wish each and every last one of y'all love, peace, and soul. We out.
Peace.
Peace.